Oh man. Let's see here. So going back like roughly 2 sessions ago, um, after you guys returned from speaking with the crazy little rat sage guy, you guys showed back up in the town of Crux with the Woodworkers Guild on fire. You guys battled up in there a little bit, stopping the lady that was in there. I don't have her name right here on this page, but sort of got everything calmed down, and then you headed back to the Lucky Lamb to speak to Veritas Mav. He's not the mayor or the lord of the town or anything because they don't really have one, but he's sort of looked at as the mayor, although he doesn't take that sort of title. And he mentioned that his one of his watchmen, the head of the watchmen, Nashin John, was the one who was in charge of getting the info to get you guys back to Sigil. That he potentially knew of a gate that would take you back. He mentioned after you met him there, sort of let him know everything that was going on with the squirrel folk and the dying gods and stuff like that, and got him sort of caught up to speed on that. And then he let you know that Nash and John did indeed find out some information on the gate that was up at a place called High Point. It is sort of the watchtower, mansion, lord's house, whatever you want to call it, of this town that's built into the side of Yggdrasil, this massive tree that you're on, and it looks down over top of the city. And he was going to have you guys, just as a thank you, to come up, have dinner with him that night. He would have you meet with Nash and John, get the information, and hopefully, if everything went well, tomorrow you would be back in Sigil and back to your old lives or whatever it is you might want to do from there. Then the lady came down the stairs, the waitress of this place, screaming that there was a dead body upstairs. Went upstairs to check it out and found a man who was basically butchered and torn apart, stuffed inside of a small chest at the foot of the bed. The barkeep, I don't have his name right here either, but he mentioned that the guy's name that was in the chest was Rennick. He was renting the place out for a while, was thinking of building a business or some sort here in the town of Crux, and had been around for quite a while. The barkeep had actually seen him that morning, but the body itself looked like it was days old, already starting to decay. From there, you guys decided to investigate this murder. He mentioned that he would pay you 1,000 silver pieces to keep quiet and look into this matter. And that way you didn't get the whole town guard and everybody in town all worked up over this little issue. And you headed out in town, talking to some people, looking things up. You found out that this man, his name was Rennick. He'd been in town for quite a while, looked at potentially opening a small accounting firm or had all different ideas, small business opportunities. Mainly was supposed to have met the blacksmith of the town for a business opportunity, but the blackkeep said that he never showed. In thinking of trying to bait this man and finding either this clone or this doppelganger of Rennick, you guys were going to set up your own little table booth and try to draw him in or bait him in. You headed back to the Lucky Lamb, got some supplies from up in their attic, looking for a table and signs and stuff. I don't quite remember how Hazan made it up the stairs, but you were in the attic nonetheless. And so I believe, Seda, you looked out the window and saw this man sort of off to the side speaking with one of these smoky porcelain masked visaged creatures. And Seda took off running, Tiva behind her, and Zan and Kothis. Out the doors, down this side alleyway, this character that looked like Rennick or whatever was already leaving, and you could see in the distance this visage was leaving out of town, and Zan just took off right after this creature. He went out into the branches of Yggdrasil and followed this smoky, apparition-y like creature to a portal that was on the branches. This is not a portal or a gateway like in Sigil. This is actually an Yggdrasil portal or a portal within its limbs and roots, which looks like a shimmering orb. Zan, you could tell that this portal led to one of the 9 hells, but you weren't exactly sure which one. And from that, these elven, sort of Egyptian-themed like creatures leapt through and started a battle with you in an ambush. They sort of look like elves, but covered in tattoos, top knots. You guys fought for a little bit, and that session ended with one of these things turning into a massive scorpion and blasting Seda through the portal, while you other guys were on the other side. And she was in the realm of Ankugat. And that ended the session before. last session, we picked up with Seda. You were in Ankh fighting this scorpion. Everybody else was over on the other side of the portal fighting the last of these elves. You're able to get everybody killed and get through the portal to try and help Seda. Seda, on the other side, you were able to finally take out this massive scorpion as well. I think actually you might have died right at the end of it, or went unconscious or something. I know Zahn was carrying you around for a bit regardless, and they had to try and get you back with help, or find help for you. That is when another set of these elven-like figures showed up. You guys could see this visage, this smoky creature in the distance, and you tried to follow it. It seemed like you were going in circles. You went behind a couple buildings and stuff, only to return back to where you started. It seemed like it was messing with your senses and your cohesion of what was going on around you. That's when these other Egyptian-themed elven fellows showed up, and one of them mentioned that he was one of the guards of this realm, and he was taking you to meet with somebody they called Necrotheptus Scorpios. He was a proxy of Set. And so from there, he took you back to the main encampment of these fellows, where you spoke with a large it looked kind of like a gnoll type of creature, a bit more demonic, and it still had like the Egyptian headdress to it, quite built, and he was actually rather welcoming, was willing to chat with you. You get the sense these are very evil creatures when you were, but he did offer you good food, drink. You guys were able to have a full rest while you were there, and he gave you some information about this realm that you were in, that these visage creatures had been coming through, and he thinks they're looking for a flower called the night, I just had it, the desert's night. But alas, you did not ask too many questions about that. He did ask him about some of the other gods that had died, which he confirmed he had heard that to be true. You told him about the ones that you found, Mazakarian, the Illithid god, and some of the others. He said he was not worried about it, that Set could handle himself. After you guys rested up, ate some food, and you're getting ready to sort of head out, they were going to have people escort you. Outside, you could hear a battle erupt, and flames started rolling through, and looked like just absolute chaos. And then you watched as Necrotheptus Scorpios, this proxy that you were talking to, his face started to bulge, tumors started to grow, and he burst apart. As you went to leave this tent that you were in and get the hell out of there, a visage showed up in the doorway, one of these smoky porcelain-looking creatures. You had a massive fight with that thing. All sorts of crazy things happened. You could tell that it was constantly manipulating your senses, using illusions, and changing the world around you, splitting you all up and kind of picking you off one at a time. I think Tiva fell, Seda fell. I think, Zahn, you finally landed the final blow on this thing. When it fell to the ground, its mask shattering off of it, it turned into the small form of Butterspoon, which Seda and Tiva would have recognized. Looked exactly like her, as you remember her, the small halfling bottle, a bright flower in her hair, the sort of waitressy down-home sort of gown that she was wearing. And then her body just decayed in front of you, turning to dust, leaving a few bones and teeth in the dust. And that is where we ended it. Anything you guys want to add that I may have missed? It's probably a lot to try and take in. But...
I picked up the flower.
Yep, you got the Desert's Night. It's just a single flower in a small pot, so it's like literally fits in the palm of your hand. It sort of looks like a small daisy, but it's purple, flowers around the outside, and a black center. And it smells quite citrusy, flowery, but a very, very potent smell to it.
I can't think of anything that we missed. Other than that I was wrong about my IQ of 50. It's actually 40.
Oh, no.
I looked at it. My intelligence is actually 4.
You're a little special.
Yeah, so basically, having looked that up, Seda will now be, according to the website, social maturity is pretty much non-existent. She requires lots of supervision. Yeah.
Fun.
Makes me wish her sister was here now.
Yep. So,
Okay.
I do something crazy, it's because I'm trying to be in character.
Sure.
Well, I guess it's time to move. Oh, you two are down, right? Oh,
Yes, that's right.
Are you both unconscious?
I don't remember, to be honest. And I had it written down on a pad of paper, and now I've lost the pad of paper. I don't know where.
I think you were, though.
I think you should have 1 hit point because you didn't. You rolled the D20 thing and you didn't die. So
Okay.
I know you probably just put yourself at 1 hit point for both of you. You'd be slightly conscious or trying to wake up or whatever because you guys. I think Tiva, did she take intelligence damage too, or something happened to her?
That my intelligence happened in a previous fight, but my intelligence is still 9.
Okay.
So it's normal intelligence. But yeah, that had happened, gosh, several sessions.
Yeah, it was a ways back.
Alright.
So I'm 1 hit point right now.
Gotcha. All right, so in that case, Zan, you would see Seda and Tiva sort of starting to pick themselves up the ground. Both are going to be bloodied and bashed. This huge welt and crack on the side of Seda's skull that's bleeding out. You can put the flower in your pouch or hold on to it however you want to do it. But if you look outside, it is just it was already in a campsite, so it wasn't overly fancy. There's not really any buildings around. There's a few ruins here and there. But the whole place, even though there's nothing to burn, it looks like it's on fire. There's just flames rolling across the ground everywhere. All these massive snakes and scorpions and these other people you've seen that were there, a lot of them were just completely butchered on the ground, dead. You see a few that are still left scrabbling, trying to pull themselves off the ground or trying to take refuge or something, burning alive. Zan, why don't you give me a search check as you look outside?
Okay. Oh boy, a 6.
So yeah, that's pretty much what you see then. Just this rolling flames. The smoke is pretty thick in the air. You know where you came from and how to get back to where you originally showed up here, but
we're probably allowed to leave now.
Before they had the gate closed, so you did not have permission to leave. He did say that before he died, that you had permission, and he was actually going to have people escort you, but you do not have escorts now.
Yeah, I guess. Are you ready to run?
I'll run as best as I can. She's hobbling.
Yeah. Seda just kind of gets up and blinks and looks around and kind of like she, understands what she says, but she just kind of looks at you and just kind of nods her head like that.
Are we aware of what happened to Seda as far as her intelligence goes?
No, that fight when he said that you and I just got knocked down, that's where I got bashed in the head.
Okay, well then, seeing how Seda's reacting, I'm going to walk over to Seda, put my hand on her shoulder. Are you okay, Seda?
She would just kind of look and just be like, I don't know.
Well, Seda or Tiva's going to put her hand underneath Seda's arm and help her up and then just kind of guide her. Tiva's going to think that maybe she just got, the wind knocked out of her and she's just, not herself yet. So yes, let's go. Get out of this hellhole.
I start running.
Open up these flaps of the tent. You can see Aquagot, this layer of the 9 hells, spread out before you. The sky overhead was sort of this dark purple, eternal night sort of color, but with the flames that go around you, this thick smoke, you can just smell burning flesh and burning hair in the wind. This dust picks up from the ground. As all of you start, moving through over these bodies and across the way, some of them are still sort of reaching out for help. Burnt bodies, twisted, mangled. It looks like whatever came through here, you guys didn't see any creatures besides this fishage that showed up. But whatever came through here has just made an absolute mutilated field of these bodies. And even the sky above is blocked out by this thick black cloud, and you can't help but feel this sixth sense, or this pit in your stomach, that it's more than just a cloud, that it's something sentient.
Wait, there's something sentient in the cloud, or that the cloud itself is sentient?
The cloud itself. It's like
Does it look like a big version of the cloudy creature with the mask?
It does, but it's a little more demonic and twisted. And you can see these huge horns that curl off from its body. It manifests and sort of takes shape and wisps in and out. But it's pretty high above too. It's made out of most of the smoke of these burning bodies and the flames and stuff like that. But it definitely seems to take forms close to those. Very, very demonic looking, though.
Okay, maybe something to think of later. For now, I guess we just want to get out of here.
Yeah.
Why don't either strength or dexterity, doesn't matter which you use, but I need a roll from everybody.
Okay.
Strength or dexterity, doesn't matter.
Just a basic check. Be equal to or below whatever your stat is.
I rolled a 1.
I rolled a 5. And my dex is 18.
So you're good.
So it has to be below my dex, right?
Yes.
Okay, well then I got it, because my dex is 18.
I got an 11 under 17 for strength.
So you guys make it through this town, just running as fast as you can. Over top of these bodies, you can see these massive 20-foot snakes sprawled out. Most of them have been gutted, burned to a crisp. And you can remember how you got here. It was pretty much a straight shot. You go up the cliffside and then just through these massive old city ruins. And you can see as you get up to the cliffside, start running across the main desert itself. If you look over your shoulder, this huge black like cloud, you can see the face of it, this demonic glowing red eyes, and it seems to take notice of it. And it slowly begins to move through the air in your direction, quickly picking up speed. Quicker. Ahead, you can see the portal back to Yggdrasil, this shimmering rainbow-like orb in the distance, good for 500 yards or so. But this cloud behind you comes up much faster than what you're expecting. Everybody give me a save versus paralyzation.
Oh,
nice.
Shit.
Well, thank God I'm a dwarf.
You bastard.
This one you got to get over, right?
A
Yes.
natural 20.
Wait, does it have to be over
Yeah.
or under?
Saving throws are over, yes.
I'm good.
Well, I got, it's equal.
You're good if it's equal.
Okay, then yay!
It'll come up, and then you see this long, clawed-like hand reach, almost seems to form into some sort of physical embodiment, and it smashes down behind you guys. None of you are going to be caught in the rippling effects as this ground just ripples beneath your feet as you keep on running quicker and quicker. But again, this thing slams down into the ground, and you see it starts to form almost a fleshy sort of look to it. It begins to take shape, and it looks sort of like these visages, but instead it's much larger. The face on it sort of goat-shaped, but it has massive horns that curl back several times. Unfortunately, don't have a picture of it, but I'll find one later to send to you guys. And it has 6 eyes that go up its skull in a row, and then 2 larger ones on either side. And it's down on all fours, sort of like a bull would be. And it's built like a bull, just this huge front end of it, and then a little bit of a smaller back end, muscular, and it just starts pounding across the ground behind you guys. But it stands at least 4 stories in height. It's just a massive creature. Everybody give me one more, either strength or dexterity save to make it to this portal before it gets to you.
Where's my D20?
I'm good.
I'm also good.
Yep.
Beautiful. So Zan, as you gallop, you're probably the quickest of the bunch. reach ahead and get through this portal. You can see just behind as this thing is bearing down on Tiva and Seda. As you make your way through the portal, a few seconds later, both of them will come through as well. You all can hear this screaming, high-pitched squeal from the other side that just turns into a demonic-sounding roar, and then the portal's gone.
Not today, Burke!
This was the portal we were heading to, or?
Yep. So you would be back to how you got here, the same portal. Well, the portal itself is now gone, though.
But we got, I guess.
You got through. Yep.
Okay, that was my question.
Bloody hell. What did just happen?
Hold on just a second.
Huh?
He had to wait a second. I think something came
All right, sorry about that.
up. You're all right. Actually, yes, I did find a picture of it. Here, I'll put a picture of this over in the Facebook chat. I forgot it does have wings too, but
Yeah.
Can't get worse anyway.
No, don't ever say that.
Too late.
More down.
Oh, maybe it can.
No, you're worse.
Dad?
She said, Dad.
Father, is that you?
Oh, what is that? Is
That's
that
the
what's
cloud
chasing
that's
us?
chasing us.
That was the thing chasing you. Yes.
Oh, It's
Yes.
like a bat with horns.
On
Is
the
it
side,
sticking in it?
I don't know.
It looks like.
Zahn, you would know that the portals of Yggdrasil are not supposed to close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm
So
not
either-
surprised. So I guess that's a first. Portal closed on Yggdrasil. I remember something from last, or the one before. I think I ran that guy who was actually dead, but not dead. I think I ran him over and brought him with me to the portal, right? I ran him over first, and then we saw that that the visage was retreating, and then we went after him, and I think I had him on my back.
Oh, I think so. Yes.
Yeah, so I would... Is he still there?
Yeah, because you didn't take him through the portal with you.
No.
Yes, he would still be there. His body. Yes.
And is he alive?
He would be breathing, but unconscious.
Yeah, I'll pick that guy up and throw him on my back again. And I look very fierce right now. I'll look at the other two. I think we have some questions for this person here. And can you tell me, how can a proxy of God be so stupid? I asked him so many times to talk to Seth. Was that so hard? And what happened? Poof!
Seda just sitting there panting. I'm guessing we all got a good look at the thing that was chasing us. Getting through the portal, she's probably just sitting there with like this wide-eyed look on her face, somewhat panicking with this, oh my God, what the hell was that? What just happened?
Mm-hmm.
Look on her face.
And Tiva, she's terrified. And she's like, why is it everything here wants to kill us?
I told you, because we're in the middle of it and something, fate. We're just, it's running after us. I keep telling you, it's crazy.
Well, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. I just want to go home.
But we can't change it. It will run after you, I tell you.
It's Fantasy Australia.
Exactly what it is.
Yes. Everything there wants to kill us. Okay, so can we not get through the portal? Did it close?
The portal back, yeah. You guys are back on Yggdrasil, but the portal that led between that and Anquagat is gone.
Oh, okay. So we did get back at least to normal land. We're
Yeah.
okay. You know what? I'm fine with it closing. I don't ever want to go back there again.
Exactly. And nobody will ever do it again.
No.
Let's go back to town.
Are you okay, Seda? You just.
She just points at her head and just kind of rubs it like her head really hurts.
Oh, come on, that's not the first hit you took.
True.
Yeah, but and Tiva looks over at the big gash and the side of her head. I don't know. She seemed to take a pretty big hit this time. It may have actually done some damage. I mean, I know she's pretty hard-headed and she's stubborn, but
Pardon.
but I'm thinking maybe we need to have her looked at.
I just want to lay down.
Well, if you've got a concussion, you don't need to sleep. And she looks at Zan. Is there? Do you know of any like doctors around here? Well, not doctors. Would they call them doctors in this?
Priests or medics?
Priests. Do you know of any priests or medics that we can maybe have her checked out? And also, I'm hurt pretty bad too, and so are you.
Sure, at home I would know plenty of those. I'm a foreigner here, just as you are.
Well, maybe we should find someone who looks nice and ask them.
Yeah, let's first get back to town. Maybe the mayor is there, and was the mayor, right?
Well, he's not really by label, not.
Yeah, but he acts like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's see if he can help us again.
Let's begin to make your way down this branch. Seda, you're following behind Zahn, watching him as he walks ahead. You'll see the fingers on this body that he has on his back twitch a little bit. And you can see on his side, because he's sort of laying stomach over top of the back of Zahn, but you can see something bulging out of the left side of his body, like where his rib cage would be, just below his armpit area. And it looks like something's pushing up against this. He has basic leather breeches and shirt type on, but something's pushing up against it. And then you'll see a small tear start to form on the side of his vest, and a finger poke through, and then the hand. As another arm starts to crawl out of his vest, followed by a third, and then a fourth.
What are you doing there, Seda? And I wiggle my butt.
Seda immediately would just. This is coming out of the dude that's on her back.
Mm-hmm.
Seda was
same thing with the other side too. So he has like 8 arms coming out of his sides.
Seda would just take her hand like this and just reach over to one of the arms that's coming out, and just like, because she's really, really strong, she would just like try and poke it back inside, like push it back inside, and look at it like, what the hell? She starts putting her fingers like this on the each one, like using 2 fingers, and as the arms come out, she like puts her fingers on and starts trying to shove them back inside again. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? And starts trying to push them back in.
Tiva, you will notice it too, and it actually, the arms, same thing with you. You can see the arms start to come out, and Zahn, as you look over your shoulder, you can see them poking at this, but you see more and more arms. They're kind of skinny, scrawny a little bit, not full formed arms, kind of bony looking, but they just keep coming out of his body all the way down his torso.
Oh my gosh, Tiva's gonna jump off Zan's back. What the hell? What's that going on your back, Zan?
What the hell is wrong with my life? And I wiggle whatever that is from my back. Make it plunge down to the ground.
You see this man, he'll hit the ground kind of hard with a grunt, and he looks up at you, and you see this wide, very unnatural sort of smile across his face, and he skitters across the ground, almost like a centipede, underneath one of these branches.
Mm. Mm.
What the fuck?
So he actually has already gotten away from us then?
Well, he's scurrying away, but yeah.
So he's got arms that sprouted out from his sides, right? What about his legs?
They're still there, but there's arms coming out of them as well.
Out of his legs as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my
Well,
god.
Sada's just going to try and reach forward and grab one of his ankles and try and pull him back.
Give me a... I'm going to do an opposed dexterity check, so 20 plus your dexterity mod.
My dexterity mod is +0. It's only 12.
Well, I got a 20, so...
All right, so I guess I got to get a 20.
Basically.
I got an 18. That was close.
Close.
Yeah,
And your hand will just sort of brush this thing as he skitters way in between Hassan's legs and around part of the branch. Very insect-like. Almost reminds you of the centipede you'd find back home.
So I look over at the others and I go, I just kind of go, get it?
What others do you look over to?
You said it's right under the branches, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I look at Zan and Tiva.
They're not there.
What?
What? What? What do you mean we're not there?
You look around and, yeah, Zan is not where he just was a moment ago. And you look over your shoulder and it's just an empty, black, sooty sort of puddle where Tiva was.
Okay.
The far end, you look down this branch as you try to sort of get your surrounding. You'll see this little insectile-like man thing scurrying across the branch and then sort of zigzag coming directly towards you.
So she would just kind of reach up and just like slowly pull her axe. And then she'll just kind of be looking around, only half paying attention to that thing. And just be going, and she would probably just go, Tiva, Zan, Tiva, Zan, Tiva, Zan. Trying to call out.
Zan and Tiva, both of you can see Seda as she does this. Maybe gets her axe out on the ready, but has her hands and is calling out for you. But looks, she just gives you confusing looks like she doesn't see you there.
Yes, Seda. Yes. Yeah. Hmm?
So they can see me, but I can't see them.
In front of you, Seda, you can see this thing scurrying quickly towards you and it just starts screeching like crazy, coming right up into your face.
Do I see it?
You do not. You see his hands reach out to try and grab a hold of you, Seda. What do you do?
Probably shriek at the top of her lungs and swing her axe in a giant overhead swing to try and just cleave this thing in two.
All right. Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
Because she's probably really freaked out. Well, that's going to be an 18 on the dice. Again.
You'll see in front of you, Zan, Seda start freaking out, let out a screech, and grab her axe and just bring it towards you. You're going to hit the Zan. Go ahead and do damage.
Oh no.
Hey. What is the damage on this thing again? Oh, it's only a D10.
Only D10.
Only?
Yeah.
Now is not the time to roll
10,
well.
10, 10.
I don't get to add my strength bonus
Roll
to this,
really,
right?
really bad.
Nope, no strength roll, just did regular damage.
Well, I got a 7.
You'll see this thing go up and then this axe just bite into your shoulder and tear down across your chest. Zan, his Seda leans into you. In front of you, Seda, you just see you split this thing right down the middle and it collapses.
What the? What?
Tiva's gonna say, Seda! She's gonna rush over to her and just grab Seda's shoulders and just start. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Seda, you will see these vines and leaves, branches twisting around your ankles, up across your arms, grabbing a hold of you, as if they're trying just to strangle the life out of you.
She immediately would start grabbing at branches, trying to pull them apart and get away. Does she see a place that she can run to that looks like it would be a safe place?
Not really. You're out in the middle of the branch, basically, on the pathway back to Crux. I mean, she would probably at least remember how she got here, and the pathway to Crux is pretty much just a straight shot. So, I mean, you could, as if wanted to head back towards a town or something.
So she starts trying to like pull the branches away, and if she thinks she knows which way it is toward town, she would probably start screaming, pulling the branches away, and then tries to run toward town.
Right. So, yeah, you would, instead of for Zan and Tiva, you guys would see Seda as she rips Tiva's arms off her and sort of pushes her out of the way, and then Seda just runs down this branch back towards town.
I'll look at Tiva, like spreading my arms. What the hell?
And unfortunately, Tiva had to step out because Caitlin's ride to work fell through. So she's going to be about 10 minutes.
Okay, that's fine.
So Micah's going to kind of have to be the decision maker on that one.
I guess we're running after her.
Take off after Seda running down this branch. You can see something seems to be controlling her or doing something to her somehow. Seda, if you glance behind you as you're running down this branch, you'll see two more of these insectile-like men creatures scurrying behind you quickly. One of them's catching up on you really fast.
She would just kind of lower her head and try and pick up as much steam as she possibly can.
Give me a, I'd say athletics or strength. Give me a strength check.
Bless you.
Oh, sorry. Oh, Jesus.
I got
Zan, give me a strength check as well.
I got a 10 under 17.
Sorry. I didn't make it.
Seda, head down, just charges ahead, Zan, and for being a rather stout and muscular dwarf, she proves that she can haul ass when she needs to, as she quickly takes off down this branch towards town. If you really want to catch her, you can, or do you just follow?
Hell no. I keep my distance.
So yes, as you run down this branch and glance over, they're following you, and it looks like one was going to catch up, but it sort of backs off a little bit, and they stay just maybe 15, 20 yards behind you, but follow you as you keep on running. And I hate to do this, but I'm going to need an intelligence check for you to actually remember how you got back home.
Watch me make it. No, in fact, I failed that about as hard as you can. I rolled a natural 20.
All right.
Over 4.
So, Zan, you'll look, and you can see Seda. You can see Crux in the distance and where you're headed. And there's Seda instead veers off and starts going down a branch that goes deeper and down into Yggdrasil. You're not sure where it would be, but you can see in the distance a lot of these black hanging vines, mushrooms. The whole area looks sort of dead, much like you saw back with the squirrel fella.
Yeah, okay, I'm done. I'd pick up full speed. And I want to do the flying ram and land on her.
Nice.
Just make an attack.
Okay. Well, a 3. Oh, no, actually, my attack bonus. Okay, so 10. Yeah, but still. Yeah.
Quite. You slam ahead. You can come up right behind her, but she sort of veers off down another branchway. I'm going to say Tiva, she probably want to save Seda too, so she would be running. I'll have her try and tackle you, and then she gets a 2, so definitely not. So no, you see Seda just skip out of the way as these Seda behind you. You can just see these crawling creatures coming up. One dives at you, the other one tries to get in front of you and trip you up. Do you keep running, or what do you do?
Yeah,
all around you can see the trees as well start to go black and rotten and not quite friendly looking.
She would probably squeal a bit as everyone's trying to dive at her, and she immediately would start looking for some kind of, if she's in a place where these trees are starting to look rotted, then there should be like hollow pieces, hollow parts. She's going to start looking for a place to hide, even if it's a bad place, because she wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
Give me a search check.
That's on a D6, right?
Yep. Or architecture. I don't know. I'll give you that one too.
All right. So I got 4 pips in there, so I need a 4 or below.
Yep.
And I got a 2.
You see quite a few hollowed out areas up ahead, branches that are sort of split open, insides are hollowed out, a couple knots that are rotted out. Definitely could jump into one.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to do.
Right, so yeah, Zan, you would see Seda, she just dives into this old rotted out and hollow knot in the side of the tree and disappears into the darkness of it.
Yeah, I jump in after, like, full speed.
So right behind you, Seda, this one of these creatures seem to have shaken one for the moment, but another one will jump into this, crawling along the wall, mugging through the dirt, coming towards you.
So when I got inside this thing, I mean, is it like a large space or?
It's quite cavernous because the tree's so massive. So yeah, it'd be sort of like a large cavern, but of more rotted leaves and dirt.
So if it comes inside, she'd wheel around and with her axe in her hand and just be like, "Leave me alone," like that. Go away.
That is what you would see, Zan.
It's me! And I use the opportunity that she's standing there, and I do the flying butt ram.
Yes.
Butt ram.
Knock her out.
I would just want to sit on her in the end.
I've only got 1 hit point, so all you gotta do is bonk me one good time, and I'll.
Yeah, I don't want to do damage. I just
Right.
want to sit on you.
Go for it.
I didn't know if they had subdual damage with it.
Yeah, in this case.
16 plus 7 is a lot.
Yeah. You would see this thing come forward, Seda, and just crack you in the chest, throwing you back onto the ground and knocking the wind out of you as it crawls on top of you. See your axe skitter out of the way a few feet.
So she would probably reach up and grab a hold and throw it off of her if she's still conscious.
Yeah, you just have the wind knocked out of you. No take damage, or you won't be knocked out or anything. But you can see Zan and Sada's grabbing hold of you, trying to get you off. Being how large you are and with 4 legs and stuff would be granted, even though she's quite strength. You can hold on for the moment, but she's trying to push you off. What do you do?
I tell Tiva, or I scream for Tiva to bring a rope and make a little package of Seda for the moment. And I put my full weight, like a big dog, like full weight on my owner.
Nice.
Yeah, Tiva will hurry up and bind you the best. It feels, as you're watching this thing, Seda, it just starts spitting out this thick webbing, like a spider webbing almost, and wrapping you up in it, quickly binding your arms to your side, your legs in place. And then it pulls off of you.
She's not able to throw it off, then she would probably, and if she's being successfully tied up, she would probably sit there and just squealing and crying.
And I go directly in her face and I shout, "It's us!"
And all you say to see is this humanoid insectile like creature chittering and screeching in your face.
Nice. Damn it.
You don't see any sense of recognition on her face, Zan. This whole thing seems somewhat familiar, though.
Yeah. She's seeing shit again, like we did before. You have to fight it. Fight. Not me, but it.
What is Tiva's search, Pips?
Tiva's search.
You can roll for it as well, since you have it right there.
Her search is probably pretty good, given what she is. Her search, come on. She's got 3 pips in it. So, and I got another 2.
Cool. So you'll look around, Zahn, and then point and be like, there it is. And she'll point into the distance, and you will see one of these porcelain masked creatures up in the branches of these dead limbs and trees and rotting flowers on this tree, Zahn, and as quickly sort of looks at you and locks eyes with you for a few moments and then disappears in this puff behind some branches. In front of you, Seda, you will see Zahn and Tiva standing there, no longer these other creatures.
And right now, I'm like ending my sentence. Us! It's only us!
So who sees did I see the creature up in the thing?
You did not.
You did not. So
Just these other 2 insectile things, but they turned back into Tiva and Zahn once this thing was noticed and left.
oh, okay. So now I see them for who they are.
Yep.
So all right. So I'm like swatting at Zan to get her, and once it turns back into Zan, of course now Tiva probably does not. She knows what happened, but doesn't understand what happened, and is probably just sitting there. And more than likely, given everything that's happened today so far, I'm guessing we'll probably just immediately start breaking down in tears.
Oh, no, not that. No.
Cover her face because she's just scared to death. And she thought she was about to be eaten by a centipede. And now it's sand. And she's just like, I don't understand why, and she can't even form the words to try and express what the problem, or she can't even express, like what's stressing her out.
The creature made you see things again. Like it's happened before.
She starts wiggling out from underneath.
Yeah, I released the ropes.
If you look back out on the branches, and you look around yourself, Zahn, you're sort of in this little knotted area. But things aren't actually really that dead and that decayed. Actually, it's quite luscious and green. But that's all you see around you is just spreading branches, leaves, vines. No clue where you are exactly.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Where did you run to, Seda? I walk out of that root cave, and I can't even discern from which way I ran after her.
You can see branches from all different angles coming in, leaves pretty much clogging. The leaves here are massive, just, room-sized leaves hanging off this tree. You can give me a bushcraft check, or Tiva could, and she might have it.
Oh, boy.
I don't... No, she's got a 1 in it.
Yeah, you would all should probably have a 1. You all want to give it a shot.
Yeah, I think I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong character. Yeah, she's got a 1 too. I think she did a halfling, but she's actually the specialist class.
Yeah, exactly.
Different, so.
I rolled a 6.
She just walked back in the door, so I'll let her roll this one. Just roll a D. No, you're fine. Just roll a D6.
No, you're fine.
I got a 1.
I got a 2.
She got a 2.
Why? What am I rolling for?
We were using your bushcraft to try and figure out where you went.
You would have a 1 in it as well, Seda, if you want to give it a shot, just for the hell of it.
Okay.
Mungo.
I got a 4.
Yeah, you guys look around and you have no idea. You don't see any paths on where you're at. Usually they're sort of grooved in and worn down in the branches and stuff, but it looks like you're just in the middle of the trees.
I don't even want to go home. I just want to go back to town right now. Is that so hard? I shout into the branches.
It's just silence. You don't even hear any birds, no insects, just silence.
But we are still in Yggdrasil, right?
Yes, definitely, most certainly. Probably really not that far, but it's just a matter of really
Yeah.
from which direction you came and which paths or branches you followed.
I had to catch Tiva up real quick on what had happened.
Yeah. All right. So basically, as usual, we're lost.
That's the long short.
Yeah.
Hanging out with one of your porcelain friend buddies, and now you're lost.
So we are currently where in the hut? Are we still in the tree, or did we leave?
Nope, you're definitely still in the tree. Branches spread out all around you. These huge house-shaped leaves kind of hanging down, and it just looks like you're in the middle of a really, really thick forest.
Okay. So maybe what we should do is take an opportunity, because we're probably all exhausted, take the opportunity to go ahead and just rest in the husk of this tree, because I'm assuming we're kind of hidden from everything else. So maybe just take the opportunity to do, to rest in the husk of this tree where we're, hidden and somewhat protected.
Yeah. I don't look too happy, but you're probably right.
And then once we're better rested, then we can try to figure out where we are and how to get back to town.
Yeah.
Want to set up a small campsite for the evening?
Yeah.
If you look around, it's really hard to see the trees, but given the light and stuff, you'd guess that it's probably late afternoon.
Okay. Maybe go around and just gather some of the wood and maybe just make a little bit of a fire.
Don't burn whole Yggdrasil down.
Yeah, no. We'll keep an eye on it.
Bonfire tonight.
But maybe go get. Does Seda still keep any of the bacon on her? Did she still have any food?
She probably has a little bit, yeah.
Okay. I might go see if I can just kind of where are we at? I know we're in the husk of a tree, but what is around this tree?
You're still in Yggdrasil, so you're just way up in the branches. This is that huge, huge tree. So even the branch itself is the size of a road, basically.
Oh, okay. So we're actually in a tree. We're not on the ground.
Right. Yep.
Okay. Because I was
like
thinking
an ant in a tree, basically.
Okay. Because I was thinking maybe I could go out, Tiva could go out and maybe just see if she could find anything edible, like berries but
Oh, yeah.
Well, I could?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Everything still goes off this, so yep.
All right. So that's what Tiva's going to do. She's going to kind of sneak out and just see if she can find anything that we can eat.
Yeah. What does Zonda say to do while she goes around to gather bits of food?
I'm in a super bad mood. And I sit in a corner and stare suspiciously at Seda.
Who is going to pull out some of her bacon, eat it, and then she's going to notice that the big gash across Zan's chest, which she has no idea how that got there. So she's going to get a piece of cloth and just start ripping it. And she's going to grab some of the rope that was used to tie her up. And without asking for permission, she's going to walk over and immediately start trying to stuff the rags up against where the cut across the chest was, and then start taking the rope, which is going to be woefully oversized for the job, and start trying to tie it around the cloth around Zan's back to try and bandage him.
I don't leave you out of my eyesight.
Yeah.
I'll let you do that, but yeah.
And then, so she'll be sitting there and she'll be like, "You're hurt," and like that. And when she gets done, she'll like tie it around your back and like tie the knot and be like, tie it a little bit too tight, and then she'll be like, "Yeah," right on the thing, like, "There you go," and then she'll go sit by the fire and commence to eat the rest of her bacon.
Or danger.
Tiva would be able to return with a nice little satchel of some acorns and berries, maybe a few apples or something. Being that the tree is so massive, other trees and plants and things like that grow off of it. So yeah, you'd be able to get a little bit of a salad together. What to have to eat for the morning. You don't see any life around you though, Tiva. No squirrels, no bugs, no birds, nothing. It's just silence.
I'm fine with greens.
Same here.
So yeah, I'll collect enough greens for all of us. I don't. Well, Sada's not going to eat them, but Zan and I will.
Sada will poke at it with her finger and just be like, "Ugh." And then she'll take a couple of pieces of her bacon and just like crunch it in her hand and just crumble it all over the top of it. And then just grab a handful of the greens and bacon and just and
So
then
dinner is eaten.
chew it unhappily.
It's good for you, Sada. You should eat it.
Yeah.
No, don't let me.
Are you guys gonna do just like a full day's rest per se?
Yeah.
If we can.
Yeah. Even if you have watches and stuff, everything seems to go smooth. But again, it's just eerily silent. You don't see any sense of life the entire time you guys are resting and relaxing here.
But we haven't seen those weird puddles of black and
Nope, it's actually a really nice, luscious green, beautiful looking area. It just seems to be nothing lives here or nothing's around. It seems weird, but
Anymore. It's very possible something may have lived there before.
So if you have any spells or anything like that, you would get everything back like normal for hit points.
Once we get our full hit points back?
You won't get full, no.
Oh, okay.
This game does it different, but we're going to kind of modify it in this case. What level are you guys? 6?
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why don't you just roll 66 then and get whatever back from that?
Oh, what now?
66.
66.
Grab my
Ooh.
phone, grab my phone, grab my phone.
You actually got stuck to it. How did that
It
happen?
was wedged.
66. All right. Where's my dice? Oh, they're there.
19 back. Almost full.
Ooh. 11 plus 6, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22. I got 24 back.
Aw, I got 2 ones, damn it. Okay, so 6, 11.
So it leaves me 25 total out of 60.
Okay, I got 17 back.
Any con bonus with that?
So I got 18.
Nope, just 66.
Okay.
Straight up.
Well, I mean, I got 18. My maximum HP is only 22, so almost.
Pretty decent. You guys will rest, relax, eat up a bit, bandage some. Well, Seda bandages your wounds for you. Does quite a good job, apparently. You guys rest up. You can see the night. It gets darker outside, and eventually the sun starts to come up, and it's this sort of soft greenish light. The sun, because of the thick foliage and stuff, it doesn't shine the best through here, so it's still sort of gloomy, like in the middle of a heavy, dense forest. You can definitely see it's daylight, but gloomy looking around. Everything seems good until you begin to hear this scraping sound outside of your makeshift room.
Oh no. Oh no.
What now?
Sounds if you all listen, you can hear it sounds like something's scraping against the tree or the outside of the bark, digging at it.
Listen, we don't take prisoners. We're armed and we're crazy.
Oh yeah, that'll really help.
It'll stop silence for maybe a minute or so before it starts
Look at
back up
Tiva.
again.
Smile. What? It starts again.
Yep, just a constant.
Okay, I take my ram mace or hammer and my shield, and I walk out purposefully.
Give me a search.
Nope.
So as you step out and sort of look around, you can see just the slightest bit of movement, and then it's gone in the leaves. Maybe 10 yards or so away, on kind of around this branch a little bit that you're on. But you see a couple chewing up acorns and scrapes along the bark of the tree.
Ratatosk! I just shout into the tree.
You will hear a chittering in the distance, and it seems to be echoed further away, as if they're talking or something. You would recognize the Ratatosk's chittering.
Hey, I take it back. Come here. We got some acorns.
Just silence.
Seda would walk out, to her curiosity getting the best of her, to see what's going on.
Do you have some acorns left? Come on, you didn't eat them all. You can't tell me that.
I just look at her and like cock my head to the side, or look at him, cock my head to the side, and just be like, acorns?
Tiva's gonna come out.
I don't eat acorns.
I'm assuming Tiva probably would have picked up a few acorns when she was gathering things. So I have a few left, and then Tiva's just gonna kind of walk out, and she's gonna hold the acorns out in her hand, and she's gonna ask the Ratatask to please come visit us. I have acorns.
Shake them a little in your hand.
Okay, she's gonna shake them. I don't know how they sound like.
That's a good try, though.
So it's probably some
I got it.
dice.
Here you go.
Quiet for a few moments, and Seda, you'll notice at first, off further down the branch, this scrawny, albino-colored white Ratatosk crawls out onto a branch. It's probably 50, 60 feet away. Crouches low, clinging to the side of one of these branches, just watching you. His pink eyes.
I reach up and does Zan have sleeves? Or I just reach up to one of the buckles or belts on his armor.
Yeah.
And I go like, I reach up and I'm like, tink, 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 and pull on him. And
What?
And I point.
Hey!
Don't shout.
Yes, it'll scurry back a few feet.
Yes. See, you're scaring it away. And so Tiva will come out and walk a little bit more towards the Ratatosk, and she's going to sit down on the ground, on the limb, and just take the acorns and just kind of spread them in front of her. And she's going to look at the Ratatosk. Would you come here? Would you come talk to us? We won't hurt you, we promise.
Let's up these chitters. When you worked with them before they were able to speak, this one seems to just converse on these chittering and not really squawking, but screeching sort of noises. You can hear it echoed out and around the forest around you. It'll stay where it's at, though, and then it'll go disappear back into the foliage for maybe a minute or so, and then come back out, and it just watches you. Then it'll disappear into the foliage for a moment, and then it comes back and watches you.
She looks back at Zan and Seda. What is it doing?
I don't know. I don't even know why everything has to be so difficult right now.
I don't know either. I don't know what to do to make it come talk. Well, I'm not even sure. Does it speak a common language? Maybe
We talk to them. They can't talk.
well, some of them do.
Well,
It'll,
They at least understand.
it seems to like you, so go after it. Come on.
Well, I don't want to scare it, so Tiva's gonna stand up and then grab the acorns and just kind of walk slowly to where the Ratatosk was, because I'm assuming the Ratatosk has gone back into the leaves.
nope, it'll watch, at least letting you see it in a little bit into the distance, but as soon as you start to move towards, it'll turn and start to scurry away a little bit, but it stops, constantly looking over its shoulder at you.
Okay. So she's going to just try to just very slowly, because, you know, she doesn't want to startle it and make it think that it's going to attack. So she's going to slowly just hold the acorns out in front. I promise, if you can understand me, we are not here to help you. We could really use your help, though. We're lost, and we don't know how to get back to town. Can you help us with that? As she's slowly walking up with the acorns in her hands. I've got acorns. I have gifts.
Give me a charisma check.
Okay.
Acorns will give you, well, you got to be under, so acorns will give you a -2.
-2. Okay. So a charisma check. What's my charisma? Okay, my charisma is 15,
Yeah, it's-
Ooh.
and then I get a +1.
so you just basically, oh, no, you don't worry about the +1.
Uh-huh.
You're just trying to roll under your charisma.
Roll
but
under.
but subtract 2 from the dice.
Oh, okay. Well, I got a 20.
Really? Really? Oh, man.
It'll
So even with a -2, I still fail.
Shit.
starts to move towards you. It seems to calm down a little bit, Tiva. Slowly, these jerking sort of steps as it starts to make up as you rattle these acorns out in front of it and try to talk it forward. You can feel your foot catch on a bit of a root, though, as you tumble forward. Acorns going across this thing and this crashing of you hitting the ground.
Ah,
And you
hell.
look up and this thing is gone.
Shit.
It's like he's attacking me with food.
I just look at you in total disbelief.
she's gonna pound her fists on the limb of this tree and goes, I hate it here. I hate it here.
Oh,
If you wait 4 or 5 minutes, you'll see it again, peek up in the branches, these bright eyes looking down at you, though. It stays a little ways away. It doesn't come any closer, but you can see if you watch it or you move towards it a little bit, it always stays a few feet out, but it slowly seems to be backing away or trying to lead you.
Oh. All right, so she's going to get up and just look kind of over at the little furry creature and just slump her shoulders. And I just don't know what else to do anymore. But I'm going to follow. So she's going to look over at Zan and, well, wait, do I know that he's trying to lead us? Or
You get the sense that it is, because it'll go a little ways and then wait for you to see it and come towards it, and then it'll go a little bit further.
Oh, okay. So
Like the
then
Lassie game.
I'm going to look back at Seda and Zan. I think, well, it may not come close enough. I think it actually is trying to help us. I think it does understand. So I say we follow it. Just go slow. Don't go charging in. And she looks at Zan and Seda at the same time. We have to be slow about this. Be easy.
Say it's like no chase.
No chase. No chase.
Okay.
So let's all slowly just make our way and see if maybe he will lead us out.
It will, as you guys gather up your stuff and begin to follow this thing. It stays a good 40, 50 feet ahead of you, never letting you really get too close to it. Or if you make any sudden moves, it'll disappear for a little while before coming back. Always stays that same distance away. But it'll lead you down several branches, a couple crossed, a few other branches here and there, and limbs. And eventually you can see the small town of Crux in the distance. It looks like you have to follow the main branch that you're on for a few miles, but you can see it down against the main trunk of the tree. If you glance around, you can see this thing one last time up in the tree limbs. And it lets out this chittering sort of things And you can see that it takes something from his pouch or the satchel that it has around from it, and it holds it in his hand, and it sets it on the branch in front of it, hanging off. Looks like a necklace or something, sort of jewelry dangling there. Sets it on one of these limbs so it dangles there, and then quickly scurries away back into the branches.
Okay, so Tiva's gonna walk over and she's gonna look at the necklace and take it from off the branch. And then what I'm also gonna do is the acorns because I picked up the acorns before I left, I'm gonna lay those pile of acorns at the same spot that the necklace was at as a thank you.
All right, nice.
So what does the necklace look like?
It is not overly big, but it looks like it'd be almost like a choker, sort of. But it has small little diamonds all the way around it. Right in the very center, it has a single blue stone, sapphire maybe, or something blue anyway. Can't quite tell. Craftsmanship is quite beautiful, honestly. If nothing more, it's definitely worth a lot. But
Can we? Well, I guess we really wouldn't. I mean, does it feel just like a normal necklace? Does it feel like there's anything emanating from it, like it's magical in nature?
Why don't you give me, how about intelligence?
Intelligence, okay. I got a 14. And my intelligence is 9, so I failed.
You don't feel any power or anything coming off it, but you will notice right in the blue stone, it looks like there's some sort of runic sort of carving on it. And it's sort of warm to the touch, unexpectedly, but I mean, it doesn't emanate power.
So she's going to take the necklace over to Zan and have Zan look at it. Do you feel any portal sense on it? I mean, does it feel magical in nature to you? And I'm going to hand the necklace to Zan.
If you want to look it over, Zan, you could give me an intelligence check too. You're muted too, by the way.
Oh, she put on there she was getting more coffee.
Oh, whoops.
Which sounds like an outstanding idea.
Yeah, we got that. We got the coconut as well.
Well, while you smart folks figure that out, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
But I don't recognize the necklace. It doesn't look familiar to me at all, right?
Nope, it would be completely foreign to you. Yep.
Okay.
Very well made and beautiful looking, though.
Is there anything else engraved on it aside from the rune? Is there any, like, maybe names engraved on it?
Nope. Nope, nothing else besides, the blue stone has a runic sort of, looks like some sort of magic rune carved onto it. And then just diamond studded all the way around, and looks like it's made of silver. And either was made for somebody small or is more of like a choker. It's not real big.
Well, I think what I might do is, since Zan is temporarily stunned, I'm gonna put the necklace on.
Yes, that goes in the corner, poking at a caterpillar that's crawling across the limb.
Yeah.
That's probably Seda, actually, but the two of them are caught up on a conversation about the caterpillar. Give me a save versus magical device.
Oh, God. Okay. Shoot. I got a 10, and my save is 13. So we have to roll over on that one, right?
Yep, correct.
Okay, yeah, I failed it.
Go to put this thing on. You feel the clasp on the back, and that seems to be as small as you are. It actually fits like a normal necklace, but it tightens up kind of quickly around your neck. It doesn't choke you or anything. It's not even really uncomfortable, but it seems to form tight to your neck, and you get this warm sense over your body, and give me a 1d6 roll.
A 1d6. All right. I got a 4.
You feel the back, and the clasp that was there seems to be gone as you try to kind of fit around, maybe a little bit of a panic to figure out how to get this thing off. It doesn't feel like there's any openings on the chain or anything like that to get this thing off. It's quite, not really uncomfortable. It's definitely tight around your neck, though, like a choker.
Mm-hmm.
You feel a little more awakened, and you look around, and I don't know, you feel a little smarter. You're going to have a +3 intelligence.
Really?
Wrong target.
So now my intelligence is what, 12 now?
Yes.
Oh, damn it! You know, and I was thinking maybe I should have put it on Seda.
Why would you think that?
Well, my first thought was do it, and then I thought, nah. But no, now I wish I had. Well, damn it. I'm sorry.
But you also feel kind of cold. As you both of you look at her lips will have sort of this little bit of a bluish tint to them. Her skin as well. She breathes. You can see the fog coming out of her mouth when she breathes. You feel chilly, like you've been outside in the cold for a while, Tiva.
Ugh. Is it cold to you all? I'm getting cold now. Does anybody have a jacket that I can borrow, Seda? Do you have a jacket?
He just kind of looks at you like that.
She just kind of just shivers and she wraps her arms around herself like, oh, gosh, I'm really cold now for some reason. Is it the necklace? Is Micah back now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So she's gonna look over at Zan. Zan, can you look at this necklace around me? Does it? I'm thinking maybe there is some kind of magic behind it. Because, wow, I feel smarter. What do you think? And she kind of holds her neck out so she can see it because it's a choker.
She's all
on
like,
Tiva.
I don't see if you're more smarter.
If you look, Zen, you can see that it's tightened up around her neck, but it actually weaves in and out of the flesh around her neck.
Oh, gross!
It looks special.
goth necklace.
Okay, memo to me. Don't ever put anything on again.
You might be stuck with it.
Yeah, I think so.
It might hurt if you take it off.
Oh, yeah, no, we don't want to do that. All right, so I have a necklace on now.
For the rest of it.
Well, okay, so now that it's basically stuck to me, and now that my intelligence is a little bit better, does that like give me more information about the necklace itself?
At the moment, not really. You get the sense that both this cold, it's not really uncomfortable, but you're definitely chilly. Yeah, you're not sure otherwise what else this thing has done or is doing at the moment.
Well, if you're smarter now, can you find the way back home?
I don't know.
Yeah, this little Ratatosk would have led you far enough out that you could actually see the town of Crux in the distance up against the tree.
Ah, okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I say we head back to town. Maybe someone else can tell us more about this necklace that is stuck to me.
You know what? And I pick up speed, like walking really quickly. I don't care for your necklace. I need a beer.
Wait, what now? You don't care for the necklace?
Yeah, I need a beer. After all that shit that happened, I don't care for any necklace. I want a beer in my hand.
Okay. Well, then let's head back to town as quick as we can. And she looks around. She doesn't know if the Ratatask is still around, but she yells out, thank you so much, as she's following Zan back to town.
And off to town you go. Crooks looks just like it did when you left. You can see people are still cleaning up the remains of this burnt down building. But life seems to be getting back to normal a little bit here. Are you headed back to the Lucky Lamb
Yep.
for your
Yeah.
beer? Yeah. Get back and see the same familiar sign. Step in. Place looks to be pretty busy this afternoon. Well, I guess it'd be later morning, but quite busy. People are scattered all about. You'll see the barkeep behind the bar making up some food and getting plates ready, along with this barkeep, this young lady who had found the body the day before. You'll see Veritas Mav. He's over in the corner talking to sort of a scrawny Weasley looking man, but he has a town's guard's vest on and a short sword on his hip. And the two seem to be in a bit of a conversation. Veritas will actually look in your direction and see, and he has this almost worried, surprised sort of look on his face, and he quickly waves you over. Other people are sort of moving out of your way, and you can hear him watching you almost. You notice people are paying attention to you, but trying not to get in your way or intervene.
I mumbled to the other two, oh no, what now?
Appropriate response.
Yes. And she looks around. Tiva's, I don't know.
Veritas will stand up, and he seems to be in rather nice clothes again today. This white silks and blouse, sort of frilly, noble-like clothes. This golden chain around his neck. He has a flower in his lapel. He'll hurry over and, hi. What happened to you last night? We were supposed to have a bit of dinner. I saw you run out of the Lucky Lamb, and well, I thought perhaps you fell off the branches or something. You look a little rough, and he'll look at Sada's bashed up and gash across his hand's check. It's neck infused to Tiva's necklace and neck there. Looks like you have a bit of a story to tell. Come on, come over. I'll get you breakfast. You can rest easy, my friends, and we'll get you caught up, eh?
Well, only falling from a branch would have been worse than what we experienced.
Yes.
Sadie goes, I killed a bug. A big one.
Excellent, Sada. Sometimes there's rather big bugs here. They just said, but let me introduce to you my friend. And point over to this other smaller fellow, human, but rather scrawny. Ridal, Wim, this is my friends, Tiva, Sada, and Zan. Fellows, this is Ridal. You see this man smiles and he hands out his hand to greet each of you. Says, I'm really sorry, fellas, but I gotta get back to the watch. Nash and John, he cracks a hard whip, and thank you very much. I'll see you this evening. And he'll offer a smile and thank you to you guys as he heads out to go back onto his watch. Veritas will take a seat. And, so, my friends, what is it that's happened? You look a little rough for wear, and you didn't arrive for dinner last night. We were a bit worried.
Well, Seth is dead.
Seth, who is this Seth?
Another god. I lean back in my... Oh, I'm not sitting in a chair. I lean back on my butt, and I wave over the barkeep for a beer.
Seth, he says, there's rumors that others, I've heard a few things. You wait for the barkeep to deliver everything kind of quiet for a moment. And then he'll lean forward. The Burka just came through and said that the lord of the realm of ooze is dead. Another fellow I heard last night, he said that something big just went into the dead Burka. A big power. But he didn't know who. Perhaps it was this Set, the god of death that he spoke of.
I'm pretty sure it was.
What proof do you have of this?
Well, do I... Listen, I'm a little bit on edge. Why do I have to prove this to you now? We just saw his proxy explode.
No, I don't wish to offend you, Zan. I understand. You all look like you've been through hell. I can only imagine.
Yes, literally.
But you have to understand, I'm still trying to understand this just like everybody else, and it seems a lot of you seem to be caught up in the middle of this, and well, I'm a bit worried for my townspeople. You must understand that. It seems like these things seem to follow you everywhere. Wherever you go, gods are dying. I'm a little bit on edge too.
We just want to leave town and go back to Sigil, but we can't. Because every time we try, something really bad happens. Oh, and about proof, and I take out the flower and boof, put it on the middle of the table.
You look at it.
And bugs.
Yes, and bugs.
Big bugs.
Yeah, there were.
He'll look at this flower. So where did you find this? Since they do not grow here on Yggdrasil.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. It was something from Seth Proxy's tent. Apparently very important. And I put it back in my coat. Or pocket.
Yes, it's the desert's night. I've heard of it.
Oh, really? You know, because I wanted to ask the proxy, and I was busy explaining to him that we need to talk to his master, and then he exploded, and I couldn't ask anymore. So what is this?
He'll look around at all these people and Tarver says, come, let's have a meeting upstairs, away from all these prying ears. We don't know who we can trust, eh?
Well,
He says, I will share a bit of what I know, and perhaps you can get me caught up in what you've learned.
let's go then.
You got it. Do you have anything to eat?
He'll lay a hand on your shoulder, sit, and I'll order up you an entire breakfast. Say that. Come.
Thank you.
And he'll lead you upstairs to one of these side rooms out of all the prying ears and whatnot. This barkeep will deliver a platter of some breakfast food, some eggs and bacon. Nothing super fancy, but enough to get you filled. Better than acorns and salad.
Yeah, definitely.
This is... There was a group of men in here last night. They said that, as I said, a big-time power went into the dead book. They said that Bwim, the Lord of the Ooze, he too is gone. The para-elemental realm itself is just a chaos seeping into the other realms around it. I don't know exactly what that means for us. I have no idea. But so it seems whatever you all are mixed up in is spreading further and faster than we know what to do. This is the desert's night. It's a flower that grows in Akugat, one of the 9 hells. I don't need to hear too much of the details of such a place, but from what I understand, it's eating the leaves of the petals of that flower will help a man remember his past lives. But leaving the 9 hells with that is a death sentence. It'll only be a matter of time before they come for you, Zan. Nobody takes the flowers from Akugat.
Well, you know, hell is gone.
Well, there's plenty of hells. That is just but one bit. But maybe you're right. Maybe you have time before they reorganize or whatever gods do. Sure, I don't. That's simply what they've heard. To leave the realm with one of those is just putting the price on your head. You best watch yourself, eh?
But we were told to take it out of the realm. Well, the proxy pointed at it before he exploded, basically.
Well, I just wish to warn you. You probably should watch yourselves quite closely. What is it you found there? You say Set is dead. Perhaps that's what the rumors were going about last night. Since I didn't inquire, I just listened. Remember a few things. What about you? Where have you been? Since you didn't arrive for dinner, I was a bit worried. As I said, Nashanjan, he has the key and the information for the portal to get back to Sigil. So perhaps all of this will blow over and you can just head back home after all anyway. I mean, the Lady of Pain won't let anything happen to her city. Maybe you'll be safe there.
Well, that would be. Sorry. That would be awesome if we could get back. But yeah, about dinner, I'm very sorry, but hell exploded, literally. And then we got lost on the way back because someone of us was a little bit confused. I don't look at anyone. And we had to spend the night in a tree. That's basically it. It was on purpose.
And then Tiva jumps in and says, and a Ratatask helped us get here.
So the Ratatask, they've been acting rather strange lately. No, I've even seen a white one scurrying about town. Quite skittish, that creature. Well, if you wish to, we can meet up in a short while, maybe have lunch, and I'll have Nash and John come meet you and at least get you back on your way. You'll be safer in Sigil, and to be quite honest, if something is following you, then I don't want them here. So, as much as I like the lot of you, I'd probably wish you'd be gone as quick as possible. No offense, of course.
Wait, you said a little white one was traveling around? I think that may have been the little one that helped us.
Yes, she's been around town a bit, scurrying here and there and leaving trinkets all over.
What kind of trinkets? She said with interest.
So, baubles, rings, and bracelets, necklaces, or earrings. Simple little jewelry bits.
A necklace like this, and she holds up her neck and she points to the necklace that she has there. And like this? Because
that's not quite how I see people wear necklaces often, but yes.
Has anyone else put those little trinkets on?
I don't know. I just heard the rumors and seen her scurry here and there, but I haven't come across any myself. I haven't really heard much besides that.
Well, because I put this one on, and as you see, and she holds her neck up to him. See how it's basically in my skin now, and I cannot remove it.
I just shake my head and look away.
It's most unfortunate, Tiva. Well, I wish I could help, but I don't really know.
Well, thank you anyway.
The people around town
Kind of walks back over to where Seda was sitting.
Listen, as soon as we're back home, and he calls it home, although to them, of course, it's not, meaning Sigil. As soon as we're home, we can talk to maybe we'll find someone at the bazaar who can take care of this. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they got plenty of people there. I'm sure somebody can cut that loose.
No, don't worry. They're not cutting.
Quite a few people around town have been acting a bit strange, but I haven't really noticed any jewelry fused to their skin. I'll have to keep an eye out for that, I suppose. As well, then, I will head out, meet with Nash and John. Sort of looks out. Perhaps in a couple hours you could meet me at High Point. We will get you back to Sigil. I As I said, I don't wish for you to stay here too long if you have caught the attention of the things from the hells.
Oh, no offense taken. We want home too.
Excellent. Well, let me see what I can do. I will have somebody come and fetch you shortly. In the meantime, eat up, rest, and we will be in touch, eh?
Sure.
Say tears in the breakfast that he brings up.
I just take a carrot and I say, I think I should tell the barkeep that that we weren't as successful as we quite wanted to be with our investigation.
Veritable smile. Well, you don't have to worry too much because more bodies have been found as well. We have the constable and his men are on the case. Says, hey, you don't need to worry about it. You've got a bit of payment already, and we got it under control anyway. You don't have to bother yourselves about it anymore.
Yes, we're very sorry. We got maybe distracted with something bigger, but yeah. And I put the pouch with the money on the counter. I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And he'll just leave it there for you to take back. Hey, well, see you shortly then. And he'll walk out of the room. You can hear his footsteps go down the hallway and downstairs. And you will notice, may have missed it during your times on or didn't hear it, but if you look at your little clock there, it does indeed read 8 now.
Yeah. I sigh. I'm still convinced that this tree's dying. And what in the 9 hell? I mean, in the 8 hells?
8.5.
What in one of the hells was that big creature? This is all.
I don't know, but I don't ever want to run into him again, or it.
Guess what, Tiva? I bet we will.
Tiva just kind of sobs a little bit.
Which creature was this again?
The big one with the horns, the cloud.
Oh. Yeah, I tried to find something witty to say that. I can't think of anything for that one.
Well, her intelligence is
No, I know
only
that.
fine.
Are you sitting there with an open mouth, like, and you're chewing halfway to bacon on your tongue?
She's thinking about the bugs, and then she's thinking about the big cloud demon thing, and she just goes, cloud bug, no. We'll just kill it.
I don't know if we can, Seda.
Yeah. I don't know either.
I mean, I think we should just run away from it. Or we might, I don't know, we might need some kind of magical device to kill the thing.
We can't always run away from it. We have to stop it. All the gods are dying. If Yggdrasil dies, then we all die.
Plus my legs are short.
Well, so are mine. So, go ahead.
No, I just wanted to say this is really bad. It's very obvious.
We're no closer to figuring out what's going on with this tree and how we can stop it. It's so frustrating.
I know.
Nobody here wants to help us.
When we're back home, we can talk to. We have to talk to one of the factions.
Well, how do we get back?
Well, he will take care of that, and I'll wave to the door, basically meaning our friend, the illustrious Burgomeister.
Yes, you'll
I don't trust him.
Yeah, I know. Me neither. But we have to get somewhere out of here.
And as you glance at the door, you'll hear a soft little rap on the door.
Yeah?
It says, I've come to fetch you for Nashin Mal, John.
Or speak properly.
It's like, Zan and Zeta Tiva, right? He says, Radal Wim, I just met you downstairs. I'm supposed to come fetch you to meet with Nashin Jan. He sent me over.
Yeah. Could have said that immediately. I just brushed past him.
He says, I don't want to leave my space on watch, but I need to. He says, if you just head up to High Point, right down the road, the main road just leads right up there. There's guards right at the gates. They'll let you in. Just let them know who you are and that you have a meeting with them. Okay.
I'm like squinting the whole time, my mouth open, like really listening closely. Yeah.
Tiva looks over at who is he? He's a guard.
Yeah.
And why do you seem frightened?
Well, it's my first day. I don't want to get fired in it. And Nashin, he's a bit of a whip cracker, I heard. And well, I need this money.
So, do you know anything? Are we walking into danger by chance? Because you seem awfully terrified.
So no. He said, I just need to get back to my post watch.
I get
nervous
into
on my
grill.
first day of work here.
I'm really looking closely at him with one eye, like really closely.
Are you looking for something specific?
I don't know. I'm just
Fear!
He looks rather uncomfortable.
Tiva pretty much doesn't trust anybody anymore other than Seda and Zon.
Who's the whip cracker?
Nashin Jan.
Nashin
Jan. He's the head of the constables.
But your friend is the illustrious pretty man. How can you get fired?
He says, no. Veritas just got me the job. I'm not really friends with him. I'm just
He called you a friend, though.
Well, he calls everybody a friend. That's just who he is.
That's very true.
Says, I wish I could help more. I'm sorry. But I don't know. I'm just supposed to deliver the message and let you know that they're waiting for you. I really must get back to watch.
Sure, go ahead.
All right, so let's go. I guess go in the direction, since we gave him the third degree. Go into the direction that he points.
Yes, he will hurry back. You can see he hurries down the street to get back to his watch. And yeah, you can see High Point up on at the end of the main road. It's this sort of a tower built right into the trunk of it, just so that overlooks the town. Up ahead, you can see quite a few people have gathered around, and as you're making your way down the street, and not quite reaching High Point, but maybe a couple 100 yards or so before it, have all sort of gathered around on the side. It's a bit of a circle, and you can hear voices and people and talking about a dead body. Like, is he dead? I think so. How long's he been there? Oh, I think perhaps maybe 4 or 5 days. And he's not looking good. And, the smell, it's horrible.
I whisper to the others while we're walking, like, you know what I don't get? Why are their bodies turning up? And then I hear what they're saying, and I say, you know what? I bet with you that they will put that on us.
They probably will. Shet, I think we should go and inspect the body.
Go ahead.
All right, so Tiva's going to walk over where the crowd is and just kind of, excuse me, can I get through?
Seda,
Done. Most of them will move a little bit. Go ahead.
I said Seda faithfully follows behind her best friend.
probably a little less politely and pushing that away. But yes, they all sort of part a little bit. As you get up there, Tiva, and you look down, you see a body that looks like it's been pushed over into the gutter and then just covered with like old leaves and refuse and stuff. Look down, and it's a guardsman. He's wearing the same guard's outfit, a short sword on his hip.
Mm-hmm.
You look, and it's that same man that you just spoke with, Radal Wim.
Wait.
Oh.
Wait a minute. The one that we just talked to?
Just spoke with, yep.
Where did he
It's
go?
the same guard.
Where did he go?
He went back the other way, like towards the town entrance area.
Okay, full speed. I just. Oh no, I didn't see it. Sorry.
Seda is going to lean down and look at him and recognize him and just take her finger and just poke him really hard. And then he's going to look over at, she'll look over at Tiva and go, yep, he's dead.
Your fingers will sink in a little bit too into the shrouded flesh. It's definitely been quite a few days.
Oh,
in the
Seda.
gutter.
I want to inspect the body
She starts wiping her fingers off like this on her.
and see if I can find anything on the body, like any suspicious markings, any jewelry that might be stuck to the body.
Go ahead and do I'm going to say wisdom.
Okay.
Or a search. Maybe that search would work if I wanted to do search.
Oh, wait. So search, I use a D6
Yeah.
for searching? Oh, okay. Let's see. I got a 5.
No,
I failed
I
it.
think your search is only a 3.
What'd you get for your wisdom, though?
Oh, my wisdom, I got a 9, and my wisdom is 8. So I failed on both accounts anyway.
Look over. You don't see any jewelry on his body, anything abnormal anyway. He has a wedding ring on, but it's not like a fancy bauble, and it's not fused to his skin or anything like that.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's just a basic watchman's uniform, short sword on his hip, and he still has the leather cap that was on. There's a lot of bruising around his neck.
Okay, so it looks like he's been strangled.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Tiva's going to get up and then walk back through the crowd over to where Zan is standing, and she's going to say, "It's the same guard, the one that just told us to come out.
Oh.
It's the same one, but this body's been there for several days. We just talked to the guy, so either the one that we talked to is an imposter, or he's got a twin brother."
He probably doesn't have a brother. But which one is the right one?
I'm thinking the one that's dead. Now, granted, I don't know a lot about magic, but usually when you make yourself look like somebody else, you have to concentrate on it. This one's dead. There's nothing that it can concentrate on.
Can we just act like we haven't seen it? No?
I don't know if we can. What if it is leading us into danger?
Oh.
I poked it.
Yes, Seda poked it and confirmed that it was dead.
Dead.
Oh.
Thank you, Seda.
D-E-D.
And she pats her on the shoulder.
D-E-D. Dead.
Yeah. Yes.
I get it, Seda.
You want me to get it?
No! Oh, by the gods.
Don't leave it there.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
But
Come on.
I'm thinking that because that guard was acting really odd, and I understand it's supposed to be his first day at work, but I didn't trust him, and I'm thinking he's leading us into a trap.
Listen, it can't even be his first day at his post because this is there longer than this day.
Mm-hmm.
And he's wearing his armor, right?
Yes, it's the same armor.
What the hell is going on here?
I don't know, but
Is there anyone official here? Or is it only
It
the...
just looks like townsfolk at the moment. You can see some other people have left to like go get the watchmen or something, but they haven't arrived yet.
okay. I wonder if maybe we should wait for the watchman, because maybe there's a watchman that knew
Yeah.
the guy that's dead. Maybe we can ask him, does he happen to have a twin brother by chance?
Oh, hold on. The other one is now going to his post. What if he... Oh, we have to go where he's going.
Okay.
Maybe he's about to kill someone else.
Where's his post?
Well, he pointed somewhere, right? Hi.
Back towards the entrance of the
Yeah.
Okay, well then let's go back over towards where we think he may have been.
And I tell one of the spectators that if a guard shows up, tell them that they have to come to the entrance gate ASAP, because there's one who isn't dead yet.
You'll maybe tell this little lad, he looks like maybe 14 or 15. He seems rather interested in thinking this is pretty neat with all of his friends and all, but he nods and, oh, yes.
Okay,
Certainly.
What Tiva's going to do is just give him like a couple little coins, just, to coax him to actually doing that.
Oh, thank you. Sort of gives his friends a smile and a little boozy drink signal that they can get some drinks later, but we will let them know immediately.
Thank you.
Let's hurry.
And hurry down the street back towards this entrance area. There's the main area doesn't have a tower or anything, but anytime you guys have came through, there's usually been a guard on watch around the entrance somewhere, just kind of relaxing because it seems a pretty safe place beforehand anyway. But you'll get down there and you'll see a guy kicked back, leaning against the wall. Not the same man, not this Radal Lim, but it looks like a younger gentleman, bright sandy blonde hair, leaning up, has a bit of a cigar in his mouth.
Excuse me. Tiva walks over. Dan, come with me.
Yeah, I don't even say that. I just go right into his grill. Where is your partner?
And he goes wide, sort of steps back, this cigar falling from his mouth, and he's like, whoa. What is exactly the deal here? I'm simply on watch. I don't have a partner on watch with me.
Oh,
I've been here all
good.
morning. I've just seen you pass through. Would have been the same man when you came in that was still there. Says, I don't have a partner.
What? Who went through? Sorry.
It would have been the same kid that you saw coming into town earlier. Says, I just watched all of you come in a little short while ago.
Did someone pass by just now? Like 3 minutes ago? 5? No?
Wearing a guard uniform? Like yours?
No, he says, I'm the only one here this morning. Says it would have been Radal's day, but he's been at the barracks all morning. Something about being sick.
What does Radal look like?
He'll describe a small, weaselly-looking sort of fellow. Same exactly what you would expect.
Does it match kind of the description of the dead body that I saw?
Yep.
Okay. I think your friend may not be coming back to work.
What? What do you mean?
Well, there was a dead body found, and he matches the description of the guard that you just spoke about. Can you leave your post? I mean, he's right over there.
He'll sort of look around for a second and then looks past you, Tiva, and his eyes widen. Behind you all, you can hear a voice be like, indeed, he is dead.
Oh, boy.
And you'll see this man walking down the street. You met him once before, Nashin Jan. He's the town constables, or the head of the constables. Rather large, has a scarred up face. Looks like he's had a pretty rough life, weathered. Silver breastplate on, really short cropped blonde hair, quite muscular. As he comes down the street.
When it says, indeed, he is dead, you'll say to lean over to Zan and go, I told you.
What?
When he goes, indeed, he is dead, Seda would lean over to Zan and go, I told you.
I just give her that blank look. I'll look back up.
I'll look back at the other guard and go, I poked it.
This man will come down the street and says, Antoine, go ahead and watch the gates. I will handle these fellows. And he'll come forward.
What do you mean by handling us?
He says, calm down, Zan. We've already met once before. Nashin Jan. And you hold out his hand to greet you.
Listen, I've met the one who's dead like 5 minutes ago.
He talked to us and told us where we had to go.
What do you mean you've met the one that is dead?
Exactly like I said it.
Who's this one that's dead? So I've seen plenty of dead people in my life.
Seda points over the body and goes, "That one, I poked him, and he's dead."
Says, yes, he's dead. That's what I just said.
But
Well, I told you.
Me and the dwarf get it. Perhaps the two of you are a little confused.
He leans over and goes, "They're kind of slow."
I'm
no,
realizing this.
the body that is
Says,
dead.
wait. Just one moment. Young dwarf lady, since you seem to be a leader here, what is it that happened?
Oh.
What is it? What? I'm sorry.
Young dwarven lady, since you seem to look like the one leading this group and have been out, you seem to have your senses about you. Go ahead and describe what are they talking about?
Points back over there and goes, the dead one. We met him. Like, looks over at Tiva and goes, 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, roughly.
Tiva
You found
thinks
the body.
twin brother or something, and then he was afraid to get fired, and then he left, and we came out, and he was dead, and I poked him, and he was really dead.
So I'll have to check the body. He looked like he wasn't quite fresh dead, but maybe I was mistaken.
No, he's been dead for several days. I inspected the body.
He says,
He stinks really bad.
Yes, he does. He stinks really bad. And we had just spoken to this same guard. Well, he looked like this guard about 10, 15 minutes ago. He had told us, because we were in our room over at the, what was it called? The Happy
Lucky
Lamb?
Lamb.
The what now?
Lucky Lamb.
The Lucky Lamb. We were at the Lucky Lamb, and we spoke with was it the mayor?
Veritas? Yeah.
Veritas. We spoke with Veritas. Veritas said that he left, and then this guard came over and said that I am here to tell you to go to Veritas because they were supposed to help us get back to Sigil. And then as we were walking, we saw this crowd, and they were talking about a dead body, and I went over to inspect it, and it was the same guard that we had just spoken with, but this body's been here for 5 days. So either something weird's going on, or this guy's got a twin brother.
Well, that's a lot to take in. Tiva, was Tiva correct? Yes?
Yes. You want to go see the body?
Just one moment.
Yeah.
Veritas contacted me and told me that you were headed back to Sigil. I indeed have the gate and the keys all set for you. And I did tell them to have you come meet me. However, it was one of the other guardsmen. It wasn't this fellow. His name is Radal Wim. He was at the barracks this morning, actually, so that does not quite make sense indeed.
How long has he been a guard?
Radal, perhaps 4.5 years now.
I knew it. I knew there was something wrong with that one because he acted all nervous and twitchy. And I asked him if he was okay, and he said it was his first day on the job.
He'll turn and, Ashwan, keep an eye on the gates. He'll turn and start walking down the streets, waving for you to follow. He says, I believe one of these Burks has pulled a bit of wool over your orbs. Something's not quite right indeed. Somebody is dipping their fingers into my troops, and it doesn't quite make me very happy. And he'll start heading towards this body.
I lean into Tiva, which is actually pretty hard, leaning down from 4 legs, and I whisper very quietly, what if Mr. Burgermeister is in it too?
I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do, but...
Why do they want to get rid of us now?
Maybe because they think we're gonna stop the tree dying.
Ada would lean in all serious to your little whisper party and just be like, why didn't you say that they have burgers?
I look at Seda just like, this is too much.
Tiva grabs Sada's hand. Just follow me, and they're gonna follow. Who's the gentleman that we're following? Is that
Nash and John.
Nash and John? Okay, so they're gonna follow Nash and John. I need to write that down.
His name's over in the chat there too. Like, indeed, seems like somebody is up to a bit of no good here. I don't quite take kindly to that. You know, come up to this body and look it over, and you sort of lean down, looking it over. Go ahead, Zen.
And I'm so sorry to interrupt. And who is Nash and John again?
The guard leader.
Yep,
He's the guard leader. Okay.
I get really close, uncomfortably close to Mr. John, and I whisper, how long is your Mr. Burgermeister? You're not Mr. Burgermeister, but you know what? You know, how long?
Sort of looks at you from the corner of his eyes. In fairness,
Yes.
he's been here ever since he was a child. Grew up here. His
Uh-huh.
father before him, well, they're not rulers of the town. We don't really have a ruler, but he handles the finances and ensures the safety, pays us watchmen, sort of the bank of the town, I guess. He
Uh-huh.
ensures the safety. He's been here ever since a child.
Uh-huh.
Just don't have any children of his own. We like to rag on him a bit about that, but no, he's a good man, but he just wishes for the best.
Uh-huh. Okay, thank you.
Certainly.
I walk. I step a little bit back, and yeah. Where would I find him now?
Probably up at High Point. Well, as I said, we were planning to have you come up and meet us, but
Yep. You're absolutely right.
I told you about the other men, but apparently
Yeah.
somebody else intercepted him.
Yeah. You take care of this. I'm back in a second.
He'll go back to checking over the body and seems to be talking. You see another guardsman come up, this one, and a bit of an older gentleman, and the two of them seem to be talking and trying to get the body up onto like a gurney to get it out of there.
I walk up to High Point really quickly.
Headed down the streets. Everybody else following?
Sure.
Apparently the cat agrees.
I'm so sorry, jeez.
He's not that loud. It's just
No,
it's kind of cute actually. Because all you hear is just this very faint little always at the right time. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
should we go upstairs? And he's like,
So yeah, we'll follow Zan while Nosh and John is inspecting the body. Nosh and John.
You'll sort of glance as you guys head down the street, but seems to be getting everything in order and ushering people away and stuff. He says, I'll be right there. Go ahead and head on up to the main room, huh? He sort of waves you down. As you guys head down the street, people kind of clear out of the way, and you can head up to where High Point is. It's a rather tall tower, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 stories high, that's built into the side of the tree, carved right into it. And the outside of it's stonework, quite nice looking place. In the main area, right in the very front, is a large gate. It currently sits open, and you see 2 guards on either side of it. They have long spears in each hand. As you come up, they'll sort of step forward. Name and business, please.
Zan Tiva Seda for Mr. Burgermeister, who isn't Mr. Burgermeister. Now.
Is that a mockery?
No, we're just in a rush, sir.
You look over at his partner. And says, I'll take him up. Looking for Veritas, I assume, huh?
That's correct.
Excellent. He said somebody was coming for him.
See?
Come on. Just follow me along, eh?
Perfect.
And he'll lead you in to the inner gates of this place. Um, Rather quite nice as you enter into the main courtyard. There's some lush gardens spread about. You can see two other guards are off to the side, sitting at around an overturned cask, but there's chairs on either side of it, rolling some dice and have a couple drinks. Look like they're eating their lunch at the moment. And both of them will look in your direction. One of them offers a bit of a nod and a wave. You've seen him around town as well, probably at the Lucky Land a few times. And he gets up to the second set of doors. This one has a portcullis that drops down in front of it, and he hits on the other side a few times, knocks, and you can hear it getting cranked up as this portcullis rises up, and he opens up the side doors that leads into a huge room carved right into the side of the tree. It's about 40 feet long, about 30 feet wide, and goes up overhead into this domed ceiling. But you can see small holes scattered all across the top of the ceiling, about 20 feet above you. At the far end of this room is a single stairway that leads up into the tree. It says, "You've caught us all at a bit of a time. It's getting ready to be a changing, and everybody's going on a bit of lunch." And everybody's like, "How you doing? How you doing?" You see two other guards over to the side. They're getting their uniforms on. Everybody give me a search check.
Oh, I have a bad feeling.
Oh, I failed.
Nope.
Oh, I got it.
You got it. As Zan and Sadie, he glanced over. You can see these two guards. The place is actually really nice. You see these long red carvings or tapestries on the walls depicting all sorts of things. Quite nice. Sadie, or as Tiva, as you look around, you can see the other two are kind of caught up in the look of this place around for the moment. But you look over, and one of these guards is that same fellow, this Radal Wim. And his eyes sort of lock yours, and he quickly turns a little bit, putting on his uniform so that his back is to you. The
So
guard
it's
in
the
front of
same
you.
one that we just talked to a little while ago? The one
Yes.
that I saw dead? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Sorry.
Yep, same fellow. In front of you, the guard will be hurrying down this long corridor. It looks like just like a gathering hall of some sort towards the stairs at the end of the hall.
So he's running away?
He's leading you up into it to meet with Veritas.
Wait, but the one that we just talked to?
Yes. The one that you saw that is Radal's over to the side, looking like he's putting his gear on, getting ready to go to work, basically.
Okay, well, she's going to go over to him, or she's going to look at Zan and say, "That's him. Talk to."
Shh. Just wait.
Okay. Should we go over and talk to him?
No, we need to find out if the big V is in it too.
Okay. All right, so she just kind of looks over at the guard and just doesn't do anything.
You see he turns away, sort of hiding his face as you go past that way, hoping maybe it's just as if you won't notice. At the end of this hallway, you get ready to go up the stairs. As you glance around, John, you take in this whole room and stuff, you'll notice that all of the holes along the ceiling are actually murder holes.
Yeah.
You get the sense this is sort of a last defense kind of place. And again, he gets to this stairwell and then opens up the doors. They're kind of hanging open a little bit. He throws them open the whole wide. And it leads up about 30 feet up to a room up above where you can see another portcullis door is up there. He says, "Veritas is right upstairs. Just follow me up the stairs and, well, I can set you off and I can get back to my post. What do you think of the weather here in town? Quite nice, isn't it?" And you'll start walking up the stairs.
Yes.
There's a bit of a commotion down on the streets. What was that all about, eh?
I'm not sure. We didn't go over there and look.
It's pretty weird. This town's always been quite quiet for a long time, and now with the guild workers' place burning down, the old lady dying, and people rolling up dead. I heard there was a body found down at the Lucky Lamb. And those rat-a-tossed all over. The whole place is just going crazy, I think. I might get the hell out of here myself.
It is. It's maybe it's time to, for a vacation. I could really use a vacation. What about you? Where would you go?
Well, I've always wanted to go to
just chit-chat with them.
I've always wanted to go to Sigil myself. I hear such stories of the place and all of the great food. Perhaps someday I hear that all of you are from there. What's it like? The city of doors. Imagine the work I could get there. It'd be more exciting than this drab hole.
I hand him a pamphlet of my business that's not existing anymore.
Well, if I ever get there, then I will have to call you Zan. Zan Buck of Gelatin. Interesting. And
Yes.
FF. Fold that up and sticking it into his vest pocket as he reaches the top of the stairs. Inside of this room, you can see 2 more guards off to the side, and in back of another fellow. You can't see what it looks, who it is, but you can see the back. He has a heavier breastplate on, and blonde hair is kind of cut short on it, and this long sword hanging at his belt. He's facing away from you, talking to these other 2 guards who are looking at him. These 2 other guards will sort of glance over their shoulders in your direction as this man lifts the portcullis to this door. He says, well, I hope all of you get back safely. Nashin said that he was looking to help you out. And he sort of looks over and points at the guy that's facing away from you. He says, Nashin's there now. He should be able to give you a hand. And, well, have a great day. And he'll sort of shake, I don't know, who's next, I guess probably maybe Zan, since you gave him the pamphlet. He'll hold out his hand to shake yours and says, I will remember this when I get to Sigil. He says, I'll look you up. I'd be quite interested in a tour of the city. He says, is it as grand as they say it is?
It is. And I look impatiently at Beridus. But I smile,
Oh, Veridus is not there, but Nashin John is.
Oh, no. Oh.
Yes, he's the one that has his back to you at the moment.
Wait.
And this lad will smile and as you pass, and he'll hold out his hand for you, Seda, and he says, and good dwarf, I hope your travels are safe as well.
And she would reach out and shake his hand and squeeze it and shake it like like a kid would do, and
That's quite the grip you have.
pretty heartily, and go, thank you.
You're welcome. Says, but I must get back to my post. Well, good luck, all of you. And say, Nashin, Constable, they're here for you. And you'll see Nashin John turn around, smile like, gentlemen, ladies. Yes, I was expecting you. Why don't you just take just a moment here, have a seat. I'll be with you in just a moment. And you'll turn back to talk to these 2 guards. And this lad will turn to getting ready to go back down the steps. What is your strength, Tiva?
My strength? It is 10.
Excellent. And this lad will turn as you head into the room as well, Tiva, and be like, and I don't see many halflings anymore, but, well, again, I hope you have a good trip. Tiva, was it? He'll hold out his hand to shake yours as well as he gets ready to leave.
So who is this that's holding his hand out to me?
The lad, the guard who was working the front that brought you up here.
Oh, the one that I saw dead?
No, just the one you were chatting with.
Oh, I thought that was the same one. With the guy that looks like him. I thought that's who it was.
No. This would be the guard that was out front, just the younger lad who was brought you in here. The one that you saw that looked like the dead body was in the barracks room below, basically getting dressed.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, that's right.
I thought that was the one that was taking us upstairs. She's just going to kind of just, if she'll hold her hand out and just kind of lightly, yay, okay.
Yes, and Zan and Seda, as you both step into the room, you see Nash and John there talking to these 2 others. The room looks like a meeting room of some sort, this long table in the middle. It has some maps of the town laid out on it and a couple of drinks, mugs of water, and some food scattered about. Looks like they were just having lunch and meeting. You can hear the 2 of them talking about the dead body that was down in the street and something going on. And this young lad will, thank you for your conversation, Tiva, and shakes your hand. And as he goes to leave, you feel his grip tighten a little bit, and he gives you a bit of a tug as he takes a step down this first step and then a second step. And so he'll look over and you see this reddish glow to his eyes. He looks at you, Tiva, and smiles. Seda and Zan, you hear this sort of creak and this click And as you look over, you see the young man who had brought you up here that is shaking Tiva's hand, pull her forward as he reaches up and hits part of the wall. And you see this portcullis just come down and smash down on top of Tiva.
Oh.
Unfortunately, he rolled very good on his strength check, Tiva, to pull you along. 6.
Whoa,
You're going to take 16 points of damage, Tiva, as this portcullis crashes down, pinning through your chest and pinning you to the floor underneath it.
Are we standing right there?
Everybody roll initiative.
I'm going to take that as a yes. Okay.
Damn, that took me down at 2 hit points.
I got a 16. Oh, wait a minute. Initiative is plus 20. D6.
Yep, 26.
All right.
Plus your dex mod.
I have a 1.
Shit.
Plus my dex mod?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll have a 6 then.
I have, where's my dex mod? I have a 4.
All right, so Seda and Zan, both of you are in this room. It is a 30-foot long by 20-foot wide room, has a long table in the center that has a couple maps of the town and some just drinks on it. In that room with you are 2 guards and Nashin Jan. You know that there's no way he could have went from down on the road where he was to where he is now. So it's like whatever you want to pull from that. Neither of the guards look familiar. They look just like generic guards. There's a room or a doorway at the end of this room that one stairway leads up and the stairway leads down. So it's an open doorway that goes into like a little closet-y area, but a stairway leading up and a stairway leading down. Tiva, you are pinned underneath the portcullis in between this room and a 30-foot stairway that leads down. You can see this guard that pulled you under the portcullis as he let it drop, laughing at you, and he reaches back and pulls out a dagger. He's on your side as you're on your back looking up with this portcullis on you, with your head back, so you can see he's just getting ready to slit your throat. Tiva, you are up first.
Okay, well, but I'm pinned though, right?
Yes, you are.
Well, there's really, I can't.
Well, can you move your arms at least?
I don't know.
Why?
Well,
Yep, it's down through your chest and pinned into the floor. You can move sort of, you got the upper half of your body is on his side of the stairway, the lower half would be in the room. So you have movement of your arms.
so, but I can move my arms?
Yep.
Okay. Well, she's going to, but I'm basically just stuck to the floor.
Yes.
Correct.
Well, can I get to my weapons?
It would take an action, but yes.
By then he can slit my throat.
Well, you get 2 actions.
Hmm.
So you can dagger and then throw it at him.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to see if I can try to, because I can't move. So I'm going to try to pull a dagger out and then throw a dagger at the guy's head.
All right. Go for it. So basically, your move action would be to draw your weapon, and then your action will be to attack. So go for it.
Okay. Hopefully. Let's see. I got it. And then
Well, what did you roll?
I got it. I rolled 7.
So you get a +5 ranged attack bonus. So 7 + 5.
Would that be considered a
If
range?
you're throwing it.
Yeah, because you're throwing it. Yep.
Well, then, but that's only a 12.
Okay.
I don't know if that's going to be good
I
enough.
don't know.
11. Nope, their armor or their AC is going to be 15.
Okay.
So no, you hurl this thing. You can see it grazes across his cheek just a little bit before hitting into the wall and then clanging down the stairs below. Small little line of blood, but it doesn't even really seem to phase him as he takes a few steps towards you. One of the watchmen in this room with you, Seda and Zan, draws his short sword. The other one beside him draws his, and they start to move towards you. They're on the other side of the room, so they won't be able to attack or anything, but they're coming towards you, basically within melee range. And that would put Seda up. So 2 of them are right there in front of you.
What does the guard captain do?
You can see he turns around. He's getting ready to draw his weapon as well. But
Does he look like, I guess I can't tell. Is he after us or is he after the traitor?
Oh, he's looking right at you guys.
Yeah.
Alright, so let me get this. Let me make sure I got this straight. So we're in a room. There's a portcullis.
Yep.
On one side of the
Which
portcullis
is on top of
is
Tiva.
one guard.
Yep.
On the other side of the portcullis, where me and Zan are how many guards?
2 guards, which are right there in front of you, and Nash and Jean, which is across on the other side of the room.
Okay. Have we identified Nash and John as being one of the enemies?
He's looking at you guys and drawing his sword, so
So what I'm going to do, since I get to go first, with Seta's really bad intelligence, do I think that I would be able to lift that portcullis with my 17 strength?
it looks pretty heavy, but you might be able to.
So I'm going to look at Zahn. I'm going to run to the portcullis, grab it, and immediately just, with everything I've got, I'm just going to bellow and just try and lift it up as high as I can in the hopes that Zahn will be able to run underneath it.
Give me a strength check.
And I got a 13 under a 17.
Is that,
Yeah, I got to get under my.
you got to get under. Okay.
Yep. 13. What? I know there's a minus to it. -2, so you're still
Oh,
good.
15 under
Very
7.
good. Or +2, I'm sorry, but you're still good either way. Yes, you were able to lift this thing up. You can pull it free from Tiva's chest, and you can lift it up. As you do so, you'll notice that there isn't any locking mechanism or whatever it is has been disengaged. And as soon as you let go, it's just going to come crashing back down.
Right. I'm going
Or
to
prop it up somehow.
I was actually counting on that.
All right.
So I'm now holding it up like this and looking back at Zahn.
Oh yeah, I have a plan.
Excellent. Anything else, or are you just going to hold it?
Well, I don't know that I can do much unless I can, unless I can like use my foot to like pull Tiva like right up in front of me or something. I don't know what else I can do.
The way she's situated, not really.
Okay, then
You'll
I'm
be
just
able to hold that up, though.
my plan is to try and get all of us on the other side of the portcullis where there's only one enemy, and get her from and stop Tiva from being pinned.
We're getting my throat slit.
All right.
Oh,
So when I get it up, though, I'm just going to glare at the guy out the other side who's got the dagger, and I'm just going to glare at him, and like literally get so pissed off that I like start drooling, and I'm just going to be like, "Come on!"
Stares at you for a few moments, Seda, and you can see this sort of red glint in his eyes. As you're holding this, Seda, you can feel it getting warmer and hotter and hotter, and you look up and you can see this metal of this portcullis starting to glow a red. Take 3 points of damage as you can feel the skin on your hands begin to burn, and this thing is getting redder and redder with each moment.
God, this little shit.
Zahn, as you're standing, you look over, you can see Seda holding this thing in this portcullis. You can see it getting red, and her hands beginning to smoke. Tiva lying on the ground, and this man next to her who's getting ready to bend down with a dagger in his hand. Across the way, you see Nash and Jean. He takes a few steps forward, and he grabs this little lever that's on the floor and pulls it back. You can feel the floor rumble a little bit, Zahn. Give me a save versus paralyzation.
Oh, dang it.
Better make this.
Okay. 12. Is that good? Paralyze. On the number?
On the number, that's safe.
Ooh.
Beneath you, you can feel the ground tremble a little bit, and you skitter out of the way on these 4 hooves collecting on the cobblestones of this room. This square pit, 5x5 pit, just drops out underneath you. goes down about 15 feet to these spikes at the bottom of the pit. You see Nash and John over in the corner swearing. He grabs his lever and shoves it forward again. And again, this pit closes up where you're at, and you can feel the floor shake a little bit once more. And Zahn, you are up.
Okay, so
Be a hero.
is Eva like, is she right in the middle of the doorway?
Yes, Tiva
Pinned
is
there,
yes.
or not pinned
She's
anymore?
not pinned now, but
Okay, so if I charge, just if asking for a friend, if I would charge and drop down onto my legs and just like slide under the portcullis between the wall and Tiva, would that be possible?
it'd be a full movement for you. Yes, as it looks, and you're
Yeah, I don't
Kinda
want
look around.
to
It's-
hit him with my weapon. So the plan is to slide full speed under that thing, past Tiva and past the wall, and preferably into that little shit.
okay. And he's like 2 steps down, so yeah, it looks like you could do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I do it.
All right. Charge forward. You charge forward. This room is really long. You continue to charge forward. You feel like you're moving almost. Feel like a pudding or something. Your feet are pounding across the floors. Give me a dexterity check, please.
Okay.
Or no, I'm sorry. I saved first paralyzation.
Oh no. Oh yeah, I made it by 2.
You charge forward, and it's almost like the room just suddenly lengthens in front of you, and you're running further, and it doesn't seem like you're getting any closer to Tiva. And then all of a sudden, maybe you realize what's starting to go on or whatever, and you come skidding to a stop. You're going to be right underneath the portcullis, face to face with this guard lad standing over top of Tiva. And you can see the floor in front of you just suddenly drop down into the stairwell. If you want to make an attack on this kid, though, you certainly can.
Yeah, headbutt.
Wow.
Or actually, because I'm sliding, or no, I was running, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, 18 on the die, plus
Most
7 is
certainly.
25.
Most certainly.
What's my head damage?
Was
I have
it 1D
horns.
I think it was 1d8, I believe.
That's pretty good.
I don't think we gave it a damage. I think.
D8's pretty freaking good, though.
Yeah.
That's
I
like
think it was a d8.
low.
Well, we had a charge.
Yes, that'd be
Just that? Okay. 3.
Gotcha. Smash into him. He'll take a few steps, and you can see that he sort of steps back a little bit, but the floor behind him is just this long hallway. And he catches his balance quickly. His face bloodied up by your horns as you stand over top of Tiva. That'll put the 2 guards up. They will rush forward since you're right there holding this portcullis up, Seda, and they just start laying into you. What is your 17?
Yeah, my melee AC is 18. No, 17. Sorry, 16 without the shield, which I don't have right now.
Yeah.
I am running beautiful today. I got both.
Ah, shit, I should have kicked Tiva out of the portcullis. I'm an idiot.
6 is 12 points of damage, Seda.
Yeah, I kind of thought that's what you're going to do is grab her when you went through.
Yeah, I thought that too.
And give me a strength check. I'm going to say they both hit you with a +4.
Uh-oh.
Continue holding this.
Well, I rolled a 2, so I'm good.
Continue to hold on. Yes, they have long swords that tear at your chest. One pokes through your gut a little bit. The other one stabs into your shoulder as they try to get you to drop this thing once more on your halfling friend. And again, this portcullis, it seems like it's getting really, really heavy, Seda, and it starts to weigh you down. You can feel your knees buckle a little bit. You look over, Hassan, you look over your shoulders to this bloodied face of the guard in front of you. Behind you, Nashan John reaches over and jams this lever forward again. Seda and Zan, give me savers paralyzations.
No.
I made it.
As you look around, Seda, continue to hold this burning hot portcullis. Keep it in there. You can smell, can feel your skin burning, melting. Feels like it's on fire. Zan, you look around, you see Seda or Tiva below you, and then you see the floor just open up beneath her. She falls down this shaft. And you can see it's about 15 feet deep. It doesn't catch you because it's right beside you where it opens up. But she drops down about these 15 feet, and then you just see all these spikes come up through her chest as she's impaled on them below.
Fuck!
Holy shit, you didn't even get to roll?
As you stand there and watch Seda, you look at Zan, and he looks absolutely horrified as he's looking down at Tiva. You do not see this, Seda. But Tiva is up.
God damn it.
Wait, so I'm up now?
Yep, you did not go down. Zan only seen that.
I saw that.
So I didn't actually go down there.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
But you are unpinned and basically just laying there at the moment. So
Okay. So she's going to, well, am I still impaled?
nope. Seda's holding the portcullis up from you.
Oh, okay. You picked up off me.
You
Okay.
can see two guards that are attacking Seda and this other guard in front of you in this like 30-foot long hallway.
I
Okay.
just need you to roll back out of the way.
Yeah. Ooh.
So I can drop the portcullis.
Okay. On what side?
You want to go to the side that doesn't have 3 people on it.
Okay. So she's going to get up and then but there's one guard, the one that dropped the damn portcullis on me, right?
Yep, he is about 10 feet in front of you because he got smashed by Zan's horn in this 30-foot long hallway in front of you.
All right, so she's going to get up and then she's going to get out from underneath this portcullis. And then she's going to, gosh, I'm trying to think how I'm going to do this.
Does she have line of sight on the one that Zan attacked?
Yeah.
Yep, it's about 10 feet away, just in the hallway in front of her. Yep.
Yeah, just in the hallway in front of me. Yeah, so she's going to get up, get enough out from behind this portcullis just so it doesn't fall on her. But then she's going to knock an arrow and she's going to shoot at the guy.
Are you going on the side with Seda and Nashan and the other guards? Or
No, with Zan.
Zan's right in the middle of it too, at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, you should go in to the fucking guy. Go in, go out.
No,
If
but
she
Oh,
goes
I don't
out-
even see you. Oh, shit.
And the thing is,
Oh.
if she goes out, she'll be facing 3 guys with swords.
No,
Yeah.
out as in meaning not into the room.
But out into the hallway with the one.
Yeah,
guy.
exactly.
with the one. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go out towards the one.
All right, give me a save versus paralyzation.
Alrighty. And I fail.
As you look ahead, this guy is like 10 feet in front of you. His face is bloody, standing in this hallway. And you take a step forward. Doesn't seem quite right. And then you realize it as your foot skips forward a little bit. This wasn't a hallway. It was a stairwell. And you hit the sort of misstep. You can feel yourself drop as you start tumbling down these stairs. Oh, only 1 point of damage, though.
Well, I only got one left.
As you tumble down, just hitting right to the base of his feet. So it looked like he was in a hallway, but now it's about 10 feet down the stairwell right at his base of his feet.
She's
Okay.
unconscious now.
She has one still left, don't she?
Yeah, I have one health
Oh, I
point
thought
left.
you only had one left.
No, but
Oh.
after this one, I've got one left.
Gotcha.
And if you would like to take an action to stand up, you still can, but...
Yeah.
Alright.
Full actions next turn.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll stand up.
Let's see. The watchman that you're right there with, Tiva, is up. So he sort of smiles, and you can see he swings forward with this blade, apparently misjudging how tall halflings actually are, and swiping across, skimming your hair, giving you a little bit of a haircut, but completely missing you. Seda, you are up, holding this portcullis up. It's getting hotter and hotter. Zana's right in front of you, standing under it at the moment. You see Tiva.
Well, hold on. Zan is underneath the portcullis now?
Not pinned, but he's standing under it, yes.
Kick me out of the way with a foot.
Okay. I was totally confused. I thought you ran past me and headbutted the guy down.
No, because I couldn't slide far enough.
Well, shit. That means I can't let it go.
Yeah, and Zan's just looking down in horror at where Tiva was.
Okay. Well, then I guess I'll just continue to hold it then, because I was going to grab a guy and try to pull him under and then drop it on him. But if I do that, I'll pin both of them. So I'm just going to keep holding on to it.
Yes, Zan came to a stop underneath it. So give me a strength check. No modifiers this time because they didn't attack you. But.
Well, you modify it however you want. I passed it because I rolled it right.
Nice. But you're going to take 3 more points of damage from this burning your hands.
That's fine.
It continues to glow red.
Actually, I am starting to get low again.
In front of you, Zan, you'll look down. You see Tiva down this 15-foot pit, just being impaled on spikes below you. In front of you, you can see this man coming up the stairs at you, his dagger in hand. And he has another one, a little bit smaller fella that's beside him coming up the stairwell as well towards you. Blades out and drawn. Seda beside you, you can see she's holding this portcullis stuff that's glowing red, but her hands are almost literally on fire, and you can see the skin and flesh just melting from her hands down to the bone as she's screaming in pain, telling you to hurry up. What do you do?
I'm totally horrified, of course, but, well, Seda is still alive, and I am too, so I step out in the direction of the shit guy. So, the hallway
Into the stairwell? Into the stairwell?
Yes, stairwell. Okay. And I shove Seda into my direction as well so that the portcullis can fall down.
Pull her into the hallway or the stairwell as well?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And I guess that's my action then, right?
Yes, you'll see this portcullis slam down over top. It'll put it so you can still see Tiva on the other side in this pit impaled down below. These 2 guards coming up the stairwell tell you Seda beside you.
So, again, I'm confused. Tiva is now separated from us again by the...
No, only for me. I have that crazy vision.
Yeah, you should.
I got it.
If
I
you
got
could
it
look
now.
all the way down, you should see me on the bottom upstairs.
I got it now. I keep getting confused with the fact that she's having...
Yes.
Yes.
That is the whole point.
Yes. More intelligence, and I'm pulling it off perfectly, apparently.
So you see, as you pull Seda into this hallway, then these 2 are coming towards you. And actually, let's see. That puts them up. So, or no, they're on the other side. Okay, actually, the 2 guards on the other side are up. So you will look over your shoulder, Zan, and both of them are on the other side of this portcullis, but they'll both swing around, grabbing crossbows off their back. And
oh, God.
I don't know, both of you there. So one on Seda is going to be a hit, one on Zan. 14 range, so no.
But I'm without shield. So
right, well, yeah, but you're 16 range. Will it be a 15 then?
Then it's 14.
Oh, that will be a hit then.
Yeah.
8 on both of you.
I got hit too?
Yep.
Well, then in that case, Seda collapses on the floor.
Oh, fuck. That's not the right time.
Tiva, where you're standing, you see this guard in front of you. Seda and Zan coming up behind you as Seda collapses, though. When you look down, the far end of this stairway at the very bottom where you came through the doorway, there's no longer a doorway there. It's just a closed-off brick wall. And you can see something wet. You look down and you can see water rubbing down the stairwell into the base of this stairwell at the bottom, and it starts to rise higher and higher and higher.
What?
Tiva, you are up. You are on the side with only bad guy you see at the moment is this one guard.
With one guard. Okay.
Sada's on the ground unconscious, and Zan's coming up behind you.
Okay. So she's going to yell really quick, Zan, I'm down here. And then she's going to, I'm trying to think. Okay, so I get 2 actions, right? Was that yelling an action or no?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. What I'm going to try to do is dart out of the guy's way. Just try to get away from him. And then I'm going to knock an arrow and try to shoot at him. So I guess that's 2 actions then.
Yep, you're good. So go ahead and do an attack.
Oh, I got a 4. Fuck!
Arrow skips off this wall. In front of you, Zan, you'll see this one guard with the sword, but the other one has this dagger in hand, and it kind of wings back and hurls it in your direction. It just skips past you, just barely missing you. And, the guards on the other side, don't have to worry about them right now. Seda, are you down to 0, Seda?
I literally am exactly at 0.
All right. Give me a 1d20 roll to see what good happens.
Probably lose more intelligence the way I got a 10.
All right. Okay. I'll let you describe it. Some sort of crippling injury, like a broken bone or a huge gash or something that's going to leave like a mark.
You can have a stick leg as well.
So what was it that actually injured me? Or what did he hit me
A
with?
crossbow, right?
Yeah, crossbow.
So what Seda will have is there'll be a scar starting right around here that runs right down past her temple. And since it's crippling, I'm going to have her lose an eye.
All right.
So her eye right now is going to be just like bloody and goopy and all this, and it'll have to be removed.
So stupid and
Blind.
Partially blind.
Yeah.
Nice.
Or possibly not have to be removed, but maybe turn into like the milky eye thing.
question though, you have only one eye left.
Yes.
Oh, shit. I already have a milky eye?
Yeah, well,
Oh,
remember
you have that mechanical eye in one eye.
Remember the fake one?
Yeah.
Remember the fake eye? You put it in your eye.
Oh.
But I don't remember what it does, to be honest. It's been
She can read every language, but because she's too stupid, she can't.
Yep,
I would pick that one. That's the eye that's gone.
Oh, yeah, there it is. I'm sorry. Mark of the
Could it fall out?
right eye is a blue pinpoint of light. Inverted ankle with a scorpion tail. Hell no, that thing's badass. I'm keeping that.
But you can't.
You can still see out of it.
Oh, that's tough shit.
Morgan just said you can still see out of it, so you can sacrifice your other eye.
Yeah, that would be
Cool
awesome.
eye.
I'll have like a clockwork eye with a blue glowing ink and then a milky white eye. I'll be creepy looking as shit. So that's what's gonna happen.
Nice. Do.
Sada's about to become an angry woman.
So go ahead and put yourself at 1 hit point, Seda.
All right.
And as you sort of open your eyes, Seda, you can feel yourself on the stairwell. You can see these 2 guards above you getting ready to attack you. You don't see Tiva anywhere around. Zan would be standing next to you as well. The others aren't doing anything just yet, so Zan, you are up. You still see the 2 guards that are in front of you. One short one and one tall one. The short one is hurling daggers at you.
I would suggest you run. just grab Seda and go downstairs with me.
Oops, you're muted, Micah.
Oh, dang. Okay, sorry. So how far exactly are they away downstairs?
They're about 10 feet away from you.
Okay,
They're right there.
that's not enough to charge.
As far as you know, Tiva's back behind you in the pit,
Yeah.
stabbed to death.
Yeah.
You'll feel a tickle.
What?
You feel a soft tickle
Why?
on your leg. And look down the walls, the stairs. Down at the bottom of the stairs where the door was is closed off, or closed anyway. The
Oh, the
walls,
water.
Everything.
Oh.
It's not water. It's beetles. Thousands and thousands of beetles.
Oh,
You feel
shit.
Crawling across your legs, on your back. You feel one start to scurry underneath the open flesh from this bolt, from the crossbow bolt on your chest. You can see underneath the skin, crawling up that massive peck of yours.
So you made the decision pretty easy now. So I grab Seda. I throw her on my back. I'm very, very experienced in that movement already, having done that like 1,000 times already. And then I jump from up there, and I jump on not on the one throwing the daggers. My explanation is because he started everything. So I want to jump on him.
Gotcha.
What
to
is
like trample him?
She's trying to trample past somebody.
Well, I don't even want to trample him. I just want to fall on him. Like, with my added weight of Seda.
Which is considerable.
Yes.
I will have him make a save in that case then.
Because not only is she a dwarf, but she's a really strong, full of muscle, stocky dwarf. So
Yeah. Mine is an eye.
I completely failed that, so go ahead. You would pounce, jump,
Yeah,
smash this guy.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you know how horses sometimes jump with all their four legs, like really silly? And that's what I do, like, boop, and then boom.
As he gets crushed under the weight of your goat-like body and smashed into the stairwell. Let out a bit of a grunt. These thousands of beetles still crawl all over the place. And you, well, this guy on,
Thousands of beetles.
yeah.
Oh!
go ahead and give me, I'm going to say 2d8 damage for that,
Okay.
Zahn.
She's yeah.
See if you can.
A 1. Oh, man. A 1 and a 2.
Oh my gosh!
Oh.
It's even better. He only has 5 hit points, so now he's down to 2. But he is still alive, which in that case, he is up.
Can I just roll on him?
As he just starts stabbing with his sword that he has, trying like crazy. Yeah, it doesn't matter. He isn't going to hit you anyway. But you can see he's just trying to stab at you like crazy, Zahn, as you're basically squishing the life out of him. I'll put it at 6, so we'll end it right here and pick up happens. But Zahn, you were on top of this guy, basically crushing the life out of him. Seda on your back in the middle of the stairway.
Yeah.
Behind you, you can see the 2 guards that were in that room knocking 2 more crossbow bolts. And Nashinjan in the background, he's actually crawled up on top of this long table that stands in the middle of the room, and is standing on top of it, watching everything sort of from a higher vantage point to see what's going on. You all are trapped in the stairwell. The bottom of the stairwell where the door you came up in is closed off. The door is still there, but it's completely closed and sealed off. And the portcullis is on the other side. So the design, you see Tiva still back in the pit, being dead in the pitway, and Seda's on your back, and you see these 2 guards in there. The rest of you can see just the 1 guard indeed. Tiva, this place is filling up with water quickly. That seems to be pouring out of the room from above. You can't see where, but it's quickly filling up the base of the stairwell with water. And Zahn, you see it is beetles that are just crawling everywhere underneath your skin and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And Seda, you are just waking up. But just to leave it off at a good moment, As you all look over your shoulders, you can see these two guards. You can see Nash and John standing on this table. You can see these black, wispy, curly like horns out the side of his skull and these 6 riddle eyes going up the center of his forehead. And we will leave it there.
Oh
Oh
man.
God, you asshole!
Oh man.
Nice. So we didn't quite make it to the end of the chapter then.
Not quite. You were basically right. This is the final fight, but